What's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another future classic live stream. First and foremost, as you come on this live stream, please like the video, hit the super chats, hit the PayPal donations, show some support. Okay. Aside from that, again, Python course coming next year, early Q1 2025. So look out for that, where I'll be teaching you Python. Aside from that, cop the merch, so show some support. And join the Patreon for intel on how freaky foreign women are in the bedroom. Okay, we got a whole bunch of intel on Japanese chicks, Koreans, China, Vietnam. The whole load is there. Okay, Brazil too. Okay, so that's on the Patreon. And yeah, aside from that, brothers, okay, make sure you continue to support. And of course, please keep it respectful in the live stream chat. Okay, so okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so in this live stream, you can see we will be discussing Kenya. I got a very special guest here called Mr. James. James, how you doing, bro?
What's going on, man?
I'm doing all right, bro. How's your day going so far?
Well, my day's going good, but I didn't tell you before. I literally just dropped and broke a $750 bottle of Green Irish Cream all over the floor. So my apartment is smelling real good right now.
$750 Green Irish Cream. What's that? Oh, is that
Green
alcohol,
Irish
right?
Cream. That's probably one of the best colognes in the world.
Oh, wow.
The only thing you can get with that is Killian.
That's insane. So, Killian, is that also a fragrance?
That's the top one. So I will definitely. I'm scared. You know, but I'm scared to buy out here in Thailand. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to talk around and see if I want to buy it here or wait till I go to my next destination. Yeah, but other than that, I'm doing good. Just had breakfast and had my exercise. So.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, James, give us a brief intro as to who you are, where you're from, and anything interesting about you, bro.
I am from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I served my time in the U.S. Navy, and I started seeing the world at a very young age, 18. So as far as this whole travel thing, I've been doing it. And I understood the concept of this whole American thing. It used to be the shit. Excuse me. I told you. It used to be like, used to be something, but it has changed dramatically. I have no kids, grown, kind of like live my life very secluded, and I've been having fun for a very long time. Almost feel like I'm spoiled with it. Most of the time when I'm traveling, I cook my own food. I cut my own hair. I don't really indulge in too much of the craziness as far as the travel community. And I do a lot of research wherever I go, and I start off doing that research very early because I learned how to do that by being in the Navy. And they tell you what to look out for, how to be observant when you go to these foreign countries. So I already learned how to adapt to foreign countries, so I don't get culture shocked. I stopped getting culture shock eons ago. I've seen a lot of things in a lot of different countries that made me realize that there's more reason to have a problem with others than us. And we've been making our mark for the good and the bad in certain places, but for the most part, I'm really liking the outlook, the future of Black men traveling and everything. Right now, we got some problems.
Okay. So, James, what made you go to Kenya in the first place? I'm guessing you were mostly or only in Nairobi, right?
Yeah. And partially, I say 40% of the reason was an Austin idea. And I was already thinking about going, but I was thinking about going to Morocco. And Austin showed me some things that I never really noticed before. And I was like, you know what, Kenya might be a good look. Because I was really up in the air because I was planning on staying a little bit longer in Turkey where we physically met up. And Turkey was a bust, man, like a bust, all around bust. Really was a bust. But a lot of people say, well, man, we saw you on a video. We said what a baddie. She was a baddie, but that's normal. Just going somewhere and meeting a nice girl, that's just normal. So it was like, that's not enough. Is that enough for you? Damn. But yeah, and I came out there and I was like, it wasn't nothing, because a lot of times when you in that travel mode and someone gets in your ear about another place you should go to, and you're not really, I wonder where I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be too hard. Like, sure, why not? So I came out to Kenya and I did not regret it. It was way, way better than what I thought. It had a lot of pluses, man. It had a lot of pluses. And I was surprised at a lot of things, not surprised at a few things. But I do know the caliber and the quality of the best that Kenya has to offer was you won't be needing no apple pie or pumpkin or sweet potato pie at Thanksgiving, because you will have all the desserts you need. Just eat your breakfast, eat your lunch, eat your dinner, and you're straight, if you know what I mean.
Amazing. Incredible, bro. So how long were you out there in Nairobi, Kenya? Was it 3 months, 2 months, 1 year?
It was 3 months. It was three.
Okay, awesome. And when you were booking your flight there, accommodation wise, okay, were you in an Airbnb? Was it a hotel?
Airbnb.
Okay.
Airbnb.
And how was that quality wise? Was it Western quality, or was it?
I had problems with Airbnb. And Airbnb halfway looked out for me, but people out in Kenya are very comfortable lying about their Airbnb. In Kenya, a lot of people talk about this. They will lie about their Airbnb.
In what way?
In other words, they'll tell you they have heating and AC when it's like a space heater and a fan. For real. They'll tell you I went to this Airbnb, the first one. They lied about so much. They lied about, they like 6 different things. And I talked to them about it. And they was like, you already paid for it. So you have to deal with it. And they told me that in message. So they're bold, they're comfortable. I showed at the Airbnb and they made them give me my money back. And I went to another one and, it was okay, but it still had its flaws too. Because the thing about it is, people don't know about it. The time I went to Kenya, which is, I think early November. Excuse me, I think I'm getting my August, somewhere around August. And that time period, which is like toward the end of summer for us in the US, it's like crazy cold. If you don't have a space heater, you're going to freeze. I had a coat and a hoodie and everything. I was still cold. It is like wicked cold. It get that cold out there. So if you're going around at the time when it's winter for them, and you go somewhere, you got to really push hard to make sure they got that heating in there. You're not going to be comfortable. I couldn't even sleep in a bed. I couldn't do it. I didn't sleep at all. And at the time, Austin and them were out having a ball, right? I had just got off my flight to this joint, so I wasn't showered. I was like uncomfortable. I was not going to go out there in that condition. I could have jumped in an Uber and went out there, whatever. Because not Uber, but they have Bolt and Grab out there. Most of the people use Grab, especially the women. The women out there tell you in a minute they don't like Bolt, because Bolt is like dangerous, because they be switching their license plates up, and Bolt let people do that. They do it out here in Thailand, and they don't bother with it, because Bolt just want that money. As long as there's money coming in, they don't really care what you do. So a lot of women have been taken advantage of in that situation. So they said Bolt is dangerous. A lot of Kenyan women say that.
So, brother, your Airbnb, right? Was it cheap? Was it expensive? How many days were you paying for?
Yeah, I'll tell you, that Airbnb was like $550. So it had Thailand prices, but not Thailand quality at that price. Not even close. As far as Airbnbs, Thailand beats a lot of places at this price level. I mean, a lot. They destroy the Philippines. I mean, like this. No one competes with Thailand when it comes to inexpensive, high quality Airbnbs. Nobody could beat them. It's impossible. You can't beat Thailand. I mean, you see my background, man. All right, you see that? That's an ocean. I wake up looking at the big ocean. This is what I wake up to. All right. Yeah. And at night, It is. Bro, you think I'm spending like $10,000 a night when you just wake up and look out my window and it's corner, as you can see, because like this is corner, so it's like it's like a 360 view. You ain't gonna get this in Kenya. You can get this in Kenya, but you're gonna pay like $4,000 a month or probably more. They don't have this. They don't have this in Kenya. To come to sooner or later, but if you're talking about where I was in Nairobi, you don't have a coast like this, so you ain't gonna get it. You got to go to Mombasa. Mombasa's like not but a bunch of
Amazing.
working girls looking for old white men. I'm just keeping it 100. That's what you got me here for, right?
Yeah, but we'll get to there, bro. We'll get to there. So you were in Nairobi and Mombasa.
I didn't really go to Mombasa, but I had people that went out there that had video and everything and information. People were like straight honest. So I went by their word and I could tell that they was keeping it 100. So you could
Okay.
get me on. You say, well, you wasn't out there, but the people I spoke to, they keep it 100. So I'm good. I know what I know. And the 5 or 6 different people who we met up in Nairobi who went to Mombasa and Tanzania and Ghana and all this stuff because they did like a 3. They started on the outskirts and like into Nairobi. A lot of people do that. They spiral into Nairobi. It's kind of weird. A lot of people keep doing the same thing. But that's what they did. And they all said the same thing about Mombasa, especially the dudes. Women,
Okay.
women kind of like Mombasa. It's weird. Whatever. Maybe they made money out there.
Okay, I will definitely break it down later on that stream about Mombasa. So next question for you, right, is so in your time in Kenya, right, who runs the country? Who's in power there? Is it Black Kenyans? Is it the Indians? Is it the Chinese, bro? Who's in power there, actually, brother, in Kenya?
Kenyans, Black Kenyans. Now,
Good.
here's how it is. There are Black Kenyans out there, but there are Indians who own big move property, and they're doing real big things out there. But the Kenyans can just push them out. There won't be nothing they can do about it. But there's a small portion of Kenyans that are making money off screwing over Kenyans, including the president. Now, if I got caught saying that in Kenya, I'll be in danger. Don't play that in Kenya. They'll come for you. And because they got that power, you know that if they wanted to, like the whole airline thing, they did this deal with the Indians that and all the Kenyans are worried about. It's like, yeah, we do pull in money from this deal too, but it doesn't come back to us. And they believe that when the Indians come in and they own that part, they're not going to hire Kenyans, and there's no laws to force them to do that. You're going to see a bunch of Kenyans. That's why they was picketing out there. They was picketing rough. They was throwing stuff at people. And if there was an Indian out there, they probably would have beat them up. And that's what I was told by a couple Kenyan girls I was dating. They was like, if they saw some Indians out there, it would have been that. It would have been, that's what it would have been. That's what's up. Because they feel slighted by them, but they didn't really do anything. They just took advantage of an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So their government screws them over.
Wow. So how do Kenyans have such big power there in Kenya? So how do Indians have big power there in Kenya? Because I look at India, bro, and Black people are essentially powerless. There's no Black people in Kenya. So why are Indians making big moves like that in Kenya, bro?
It's all about this. Just like what's happening here in Thailand. Remember how before it was hard for the rich people to come in and do obviously what we all felt that they would do if they could. Now they're slowly and surely starting to be able to do that. And the new potential government that may come into power here in Thailand are just going to open the floodgates. And when that happens, Thailand is a wrap. It's over. The women are going to see all that money. It's over. It's over for people who can afford this, because this is going to go up. That's going to go up. Everything's going to go up. All this land, you see all this land out here, all this, that's going to get people are going to put stuff out there, and that's what's going to happen in Kenya too. In the process, what's happening in Kenya. And you see a lot of things growing. And the question you have to ask is, who owns that? Sometimes they'll say Kenyans, but a lot of times it's a front. not really a Kenyan, it's someone behind that Kenyan, and they're using that Kenyan so that people don't see that it's actually a foreigner behind that Kenyan doing all the work and stealing the property. As soon as it happens, they pluck that Kenyan out, and it was like, we don't need him anymore. That's what's been happening too, and that's also what's happening in Thailand, because you can't own property on your own. You have to have a Thai person in with you, and they use that, and then they slowly, but in a way, kind of push the Thai person out. But right now, you can't do that. But there's going to be laws that's going to allow them to do that.
Damn.
That's what's happening.
Okay. So, wow. Okay. So, but you're telling me that, so what the Indians are doing in Kenya, Kenyan people can't do, or Kenyan people can do it, or there's some sort of shady underhand business with Kenyans in power and Indians.
A regular Kenyan that changes tires in Kenya, or works at the mart, security, could get a loan, and the government has the money to give him that loan to buy land, build an apartment complex, and become the middle class or higher. They have that potential. The government just doesn't want to do it. They rather do it with foreigners.
Why?
They feel that they can pocket the money made from the easier because they can make a deal to take more from the foreigner. That's how they feel. And that's what Kenyans talk about. The Kenyans hate their government. They despise them, but they're scared to death of that dude. They're scared to death of the president of Kenya. Scared to death of him. Scared to death of the government in Nairobi. They scared of him. They're scared of him. They won't. If you would start talking about it, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" They don't play it. They scared of him. Scared. But like the thing about it is that tire or that security person, they feel like, yeah, maybe if I go and I could get the loan. Some Kenyans are doing it. I don't know if the government's going to let me do it. In other words, they don't feel confident. They feel scared about it. However, there are plenty of Kenyans with money in Kenya. You got Bentleys. You got Rolls Royce. You got Lamborghinis. They're all over the place out here. You got plenty. You go to the clubs and you see Kenyans popping bottles. They got money. They're not a bunch of broke people out here in Kenya, but there are a lot of poor people out here that shouldn't be poor. And another thing a Kenyan told me, they said that you see these Kenyans laying on the street and everything. They don't have to live like that. They can go out to the lesser affordable areas and they can get a livable place for like $80 a month. You know, like for us, not even 80, maybe like $10 a month, like real cheap, like dirt cheap. And they can like just work the fields or something like that. It's like work out there for them, you know, cutting crops or picking whatever. There's work, there's stuff out there, but they want to live here so they can sit there with their hand out and ask for money. Or sell. They're running down the street with a bunch of stuff like socks and underwears and napkins and this big old thing and try to run up to your cab and try to do it. And if your phone is in your hand, they'll say, do it with your phone. They'll drop your stuff, snatch your phone and run. That's out in Kenya. Because your phone is worth way more than that crap that they just dropped. They don't even care. But they are scared to do that too, but they will. If the opportunity is there, they'll do it.
Wow. Great breakdown so far, James. So moving on from there, right? You as a Black American man, a Western Black man, how were you treated there by Kenyan people, Black Kenyan people, Indian Kenyan people, and I'm guessing there's Chinese and Lebanese out there. How did they all treat you there, brother? Break it down for me, please.
All right, I'll start with the Chinese, racist. Let's go to the white people, strange. The white people in Kenya are strange. They rub me wrong, and it's just strange. It's like that movie, where what's it called? Where the guy was taking over black bodies.
Oh, Get Out, right? Get Out.
Get Out. They come off like they're them. That's how it feels like.
Yeah.
That was me also talk about it all the time. We'd be sitting there like this, you know, eating. Like, yo, check them out. Awesome. Like, it is what it is. Just keep on going. You know, it's just like, it's just weird. It just seems strange. Black people, Kenyans, treat me very well. I had a couple run-ins with a couple Kenyans, and we had some tussles, you know, but that's nothing. For the most part, the women are always smiling. Of course, there's a couple women that are like, you've been watching too much American TV. And there's some of them that watch a lot of reality TV, and they try to live it out. And it doesn't really work in Kenya, but they still do it. But for the most part, the Kenyan people treat me very well. I've been treated very well there. I feel very welcome. I go to the nightclubs many a times, and no drama. I don't feel tension. I don't feel like nobody's sitting down the side like, yo, who this, you know, who this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, standing right there. Better not step on my shoes, B. I'm saying, dog, none of that. It's none of it. It's none of it. None of it. None of that. None of that BS. But there's a little tussle. Sometimes there's a girl that come in there and she's above average, and you got one table that want her, you know, but she come over to our table, and now they want to come over there and sit close and give you a look or whatever. It's just stuff, but it rarely happens. It rarely happens. It only happened to me once. It was funny. I had this dude that was just sitting by our table. Oddly, just sitting there. I would look at him, he would do one of these decided eye, you know, like just sitting there. The girls is dancing all over us and everything. I'm like, Kenya is fire.
Damn.
Kenya is fire, man. It really is.
So
what?
Probably you mentioned how Chinese are racist, right? Did you experience any sort of racist incidents out there in China, or people told you that, or did the vibe you got from them? Break down the Chinese aspect there.
I got it. I had a couple incidents. There was a Chinese woman out of my building, and I was going to the elevator, and she like actually panicked and tried to close it.
What?
I'm like,
in Africa? This is a black country. What the fuck? Carry on, bro.
I'm like, what are you doing in here? I was laughing at her. So I ran downstairs because I'm athletic, and I waited because I knew she was going down. And I waited for her. I was sitting at the elevator, leaning, and I do it like this, looking at her. Because you know I'm confrontational. I was like, I was like, what the F is wrong with you? Because I'm like, I got something to say. And she was like, excuse me. I was like, what the F is wrong with you? I called security. I was like, they're walking toward me right now, you know, because they can see what goes on in the elevator, and they saw that, and they want to know because they're always, a lot of the security at a lot of these apartment buildings, they don't play around. They're on it. They're on it because they feel, because it's so easy for them to get fired. One tiny little thing, you're fired. You're just fired. Go. You go. So they don't play around. They're like, none of that. So they came over there, and I was like, well, he's crazy. And they were looking at her. They were like this, looking at her. They didn't even look at me. It was like this, you know, because they saw what she did. They know and saw what she did. They're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? They know and saw what she did. I saw one of the security guards that was doing my building. He's working on becoming a doctor. He's in pre-med, getting straight A's. They ain't stupid. Then I heard, and he was like talking to her because she spoke Swahili. So I was like, I give her that. And they started speaking Swahili, and I could tell by his body language. And he was like, at one point, the last part, he was like, no. And he was like, it's okay. It's okay. I was like, all right. And I just smiled and just called my taxi and went out and got something to eat. Mind you, out and too, the food is very good. We ate at some really, really good restaurants. Very good food.
We'll get to James.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
I just want to double down here because you know, what gives Chinese people the audacity to be disrespecting black people in Africa, right? it's becoming it's a very common occurrence. I've heard it in Ghana, in Nigeria, in this and that. Then did that in Kenya. I mean, it's very, very annoying. It's disrespectful, and I don't know why they do that, bro. And why they're there in the first place, man. I think Kenyan people who bring in Chinese people, I need to know that Chinese people, a lot of them don't like black people. So why bring them into the country? It's weird.
So here's the thing, and this is something they did in Australia. They like to try, they'll do this. They like hit two birds on one stone. They'll get cheap labor, and they want to influence their people to dislike black people so they can create a society to what they believe is the dominant race, because they think they'll get more of them there because they believe that they bring in more money. It's like a safe haven for what they believe is the dominant and to bring in more money. The racism is being used in so many different ways. It'll have your head spin. If you really back up, stop talking, stop all the noise, stop doing everything, drop everything, and really take a look at everything that's going on, and you'll be blown away. You'll be like, that's racism. That's racism. You be everything. You'll be like, what? That's why they're doing that. Oh, well, they know. And if they see an opportunity to make money, they're going to do it. I can really get deep into that. You know that. I mean, everything is rooted in it. He was like, well, why would these rich people be paying Candace Owens to say racist stuff, or pay Deanna Tatum or anybody to say racist stuff? They go, oh, wait a minute. That's right. It tells the dominant society, the ones who have the power in the United States, to side with them and be blindsided while they're actually really taking advantage of you while you're paying attention to that racist stuff. They're going in your pocket, raising the prices on your stuff, and then paying you diddly squat. But you won't pay attention to that. You're only going to pay attention to the most important thing in your entire life, more important even than your own family. And that's been proven with the whole MAGA switching thing. And they just do it. And as long as you're stupid, racism would be alive. The only thing that can kill racism is when you say, oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're the problem. Oh, well, crap. I'm sorry, black people. I'm sorry, man. They're the problem. It's like, yeah, we've been telling you. That will actually end racism overnight. The other thing that could end it is if all black people just say, this company is racist, don't buy their product. And we all do it, voila, done deal. Now, if those two things happen, and they actually could, racism will instantly be over all over the world because there will be no incentive. But sorry, you should have known I was going to go on a tangent with that. But yeah, so they believe that they really come here to Kenya and they see these Africans as less human. They're really convinced about this. They're convinced, like literally thinking that they're biologically better and superior to them. They really, truly believe it. So when they cross Kenyans, and I'm pretty cross the only because Kenyans, a lot of Kenyans are very, very smart. You can see them looking dirty and bummy, walking down the street with no car, with a big thing on their back, and you think they're dumb, poor idiots. Don't even try it. Stop. They just don't have any money. And the opportunities that they have to them, maybe they don't know about it or they're taking advantage of it, and it takes time. These Kenyans are not stupid. They're very smart and they hard work, and they'll break their freaking hands on that job for you. And then when you think they're about to be done and go to sleep, they're staying up and look at you. It's like, I'm ready. Okay. Ready to work more. Go out somewhere and work all day, every day for a week. And after that week, then they come back with all the money, dirty, stinking to high heaven to bring money back to their family. That's Kenyans. Of course, there are Kenyans out there that are horrific. And you be like, wish they weren't Kenyans. Like, Jesus, man, you don't represent none of them. Please go away so no one sees you. Of course, they got that out there. But from what I viewed, and I'm not going to say that about nobody if it ain't true. I tell you that I love telling truth. I do not like lying. It makes me feel uncomfortable. But that's why these people come out there, and you got people that come from Belgium. Belgians really look down at Black Africans, man. They really do. But they get checked in Morocco. I'll tell you about that. I heard the story. Morocco don't play, man. No, don't come out to Morocco looking down at the Moroccans. They'll bust you up. But Kenyans will too. But they a lot of times the Kenyans look at a lot of these foreigners for money, and they'll say they try not to bring it with them because it's like these people are an opportunity to make money. So I'm gonna cut you some slack. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut you some slack. And they'll try and they'll try and they'll try. And a lot of times you're just like, I'm gonna let you get away whatever you want, just as long as you don't put a damper on my actual life and you got money coming in. You know, that's some of the opportunities for them. And because the government is not making the opportunities, you know, available for Kenyans, they keep making it more available for these foreigners. And when these foreigners come here, they look at it like this: you are beneath me as a human. I mean, as a human being, you're less of a human compared to me, and your government appreciates me more than they appreciate you. So move out of my way. Go.
Wow.
Move. We've actually seen instance where this woman, as I was chilling with Austin, and we seen this. Me and Austin was discussing. We got hurt. Like veins pop out of her. It was when we first saw it. We realized what was happening. And this woman had this African woman coming at me, following her around everywhere. We was at an event at the Polo Club. And the woman was like, you know, one of these numbers. And she says, is it okay if I use the bathroom? She's like, no, not right now. Anyway, and kept talking to Austin. Trying to holler at him. No, you can't go right now. Can't use the bathroom right now. Not right now. No. For no reason. She's at a club. She's hanging out. There's nothing important that she's doing. And they're getting paid to do that. And they just like, I'm just going to put up with it because the money is good. I just deal with it. And school is expensive too. School is not free. You got like these tech making like pennies on a dollar and you're good.
So let me ask James, right? So tell me more. Tell me about the Indians there in Kenya. What's the relationship between Indians and Black Kenyans? Do Indians also look down on Black people in Kenya?
The really rich ones sometimes do. Those are facts. I've seen that. But you see Indians just walking around with the locals, like, you know, you see them coupled up. I've seen plenty of beautiful Indian women with Kenyan men that got their stuff together, clean cut, you know, got a nice car, got a fine Indian woman. They'll date you, you know, they're interested. So it's not like they're it's not the kind that like you meet across a lot of very, very racist Indians that are in India. They don't make it out there. But you do see them, they do come out there, but they don't make it because they can't cope. And I was told that by Indians that I've spoken to when I was in Kenya. There was one staying in my building. I wanted to talk to him and I got a lot of information. He was like, Indians who actually want to be a part of Kenyan society, they don't, even if they have that mindset, they stow it away because it just doesn't make sense because the Kenyan people are treating them very well out here. They're being respectful to them. They're treating them well. They're welcoming them in to their societies, in their homes, into their workplace. They're not being mistreated. They're not saying, well, you're Indian, so the Kenyan is over you. They don't do none of that. And the Indians be like, all right, well, why? It makes no sense. They're not our enemies at all. They're literally open the red carpet for us to be allies for us. So when they go out there, they're like, I like these people. You know, of course I like these Kenyans out here. You know, same reason. It's like if you go out to Kenya and you end up hating Kenyans, there's something wrong with you. You did something to somebody. You know, you did something. But of course, you do have Kenyans that hate Kenya. That's just normal. I mean, if you're having trouble getting ahead in a certain area, I don't care where you are. It's not just Kenya. I just hate Kenya. You're just gonna be like, I hate this place and I want to leave. I mean, we've got all of y'all who've traveled. You've gone to countries like, man, I love it here. I just saw a dog get run. Sorry, it caught me off guard. And you be like, why do you hate it here? And they'll give you legitimate reasons, you know. They'll tell you, they'll like, the government this, that things that you have yet to experience because you haven't been there long enough, even if you've been there for a year.
So, bro,
That's
you're
the
telling me.
Go ahead.
So you saw good-looking Indian woman, dime Indian woman with black Kenyan men
Of course,
dating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gorgeous, man. And also, when you are somewhere and you see him in a hijab, don't be afraid to talk to him. Just be respectful. And so it's just women. Women are women. It's just part of their social construct of why they're wearing it. They grew up wearing they feel comfortable in their hijab. I've told that. They feel very comfortable in their hijab. They feel like they feel freer and they feel protected and more comfortable, like they don't have to prove anything to anybody. They don't have to, they're not trying to, they feel like everyone is expected to mind their own business and leave them be. That's when they're in their hijab, they feel more and more in their element as women than any other kind of outfit they could wear.
So now, brother, tell me about the white people there in Kenya. Are you referring to? So I think there's two groups of white people there, right, brother? There's white people who visit Kenya from UK, America, Belgium, and there's also white Kenyans, right, who are probably, I think, who are living in Kenya or born in Kenya because the white people are in Kenya. So, brother, you said that. So, are you telling me that both groups of white people are weird? When you say weird, right? What do you mean by that, bro?
A lot of times when I saw white people in Kenya, they don't really vibe with the Kenyans. They vibe with each other. But I went to this event at the Nairobi Street Kitchen. It's a restaurant. They have a clothing store. Where I bought this outfit, I could show you. I'll put it on. They had an event there, and they were dancing and they were happy. They were vibing with them and all that, and just really, taking it in. But that's an experience. They do that as an experience. They're not doing it because they want to be friends with Kenyans. That's fun. That's no different than you saw in old videos of the royalty in England going out to Africa and dancing and having fun with the indigenous people out there that are coming out of their huts with hardly no clothes on and dancing and having fun with them. That's what it felt like to me. And that's what it looked like. And I tested something out. Wasn't really interested in. The girl was like white woman was like a 3 or 4. And I was like, this is real. I shouldn't have a problem with this girl. I went over there and she was like, no, I have a boyfriend. No, it's okay. And I'm like, I looked at her like, yeah. And I went back to hang out with the fellas. I was like, yep, yeah. She rejected me like hard, like I was ugly or something. Yeah. So
that was a white Kenyan woman who was born in Kenya who had an accent, African Kenyan.
No. I don't. I think she had lived there for like 3 years. I did get that. She lived there for like 3 years. So the rejection wasn't that brief. I was just kind of summing it up. She lived there for like 3 years, and I believe she said she was from I think Germany. There's a lot of German women out there, and some of them do date Kenyan men. But I did not see a lot of gorgeous white European women with Kenyan men. Mostly you see them with Indian and Kenyan women.
Wow, interesting.
And the Kenyan women are better looking than like most of the women there anyway. They're the most attractive women. So it's like, it's not like you be like, man, but yeah, I got this Kenyan one, but that white girl over here. It's like, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna be seeking out Kenyan women because they're gonna your mouth is gonna go numb. Like, and if you got your stuff together, she's gonna be looking at you like, next thing you know, you're dating. It's your girl. Knock her up, start a family. I don't know. It's up to you.
Wow, amazing, bro. Intel so far. Any other races of women that Bobby, actually so why do you think white people are there in Kenya for? Is it just to have that,
Business.
business?
You see them always in that business mode. You rarely see them just chilling like us. I hardly ever see it. It's like they're somewhere grouped up talking business. You see them shopping at the grocery store, which is no matter what, you got to shop, you got to eat. So, and they just really like don't want to talk to anybody, don't want to move with anybody. They don't feel social. They like get their groceries and move on. They're with each other, not Kenyans. You can tell they're not really trying to be, for the most part of the society of Kenya. But there are the ones that are out there. And when they are, you can tell that too, because they feel like, for the most part, Kenyans feel and they give off that energy that is very easy to walk over to them, any Kenyan, and strike up a conversation. Any one of them. High caliber, low caliber. You know, a lot of times when they're in that working mode, the very like the poor, a lot of times they don't want to be bothered unless it's business, because I don't blame them. It's like I don't blame them. They don't have time. They don't have a lot of time. They're trying to make money right here, right now. But you're gonna get hustled. You're gonna get hustled for business. They will like take advantage of your money. Like the worst ones in Kenya are the taxi drivers.
But we'll get there soon. We'll get there very soon.
Sure.
Business part. So, any other races of people out there in Kenya that you saw that were deep in numbers?
Nah, not really. No.
Okay. Awesome. So,
well, I mean, not really, but you have, I mean, Kenyans, and you have people from other parts of Africa, like Somali. There's a lot of Somalis out there. And, there was a situation in Kenya, and I was at the mall, Sarit Mall, where a bunch of Somali guys, because of some government spat, where they went up there and they killed like 75 Kenyans.
What the flip?
I didn't know about it. Austin told me about it. And that's why they have security, which is not very good. You would think that they would actually have a security thing. Like everywhere you go, every mall, you got to go through a metal detector, but they don't. They'll do like, okay.
Wow. So, Bobby, are you saying, is there some sort of divide between Kenyans and Somalis in Kenya?
I think that was a small group, a small terrorist group out in Somalia. And so they dealt with it from there, and they kind of still dealing with it. So it's like government. It's so Somalis don't like, oh, there's some Kenyans, or there's none of that. There's nothing.
Okay.
But I bet you if some Kenyans went out and did that into like Egypt or something like that, it'll be that.
Okay, awesome. Shout out to the brother Black Hayes watching on the on the Twitch. Awesome again. If you want the Germany, Japan, and Ibiza, Spain streams, get me to over 100 followers on Twitch and on Kick. Okay, so again, get me to over 100 followers on Twitch and on Kick on those platforms, and you get those free streams. Okay, again, do that as soon as possible, and those streams are yours. Awesome intel so far, James. So, James, right, let me ask this, right? So, when it comes to business and investments, right, as Western Black men, I believe that we have to start doing that as well, investing in Africa and all over the world. Find a country you really like and do business there, right? In Kenya, is there opportunities for Black American men, right, Black British men, and other Western Black men to do business there and invest in Kenya? If so, James, what sort of business, what sort of industries can we invest in Kenya?
All of the above. All of the above. Real estate, barbershops, limo business, Airbnb, nightclubs, salons, resort, I don't know, construction business. There's constantly things being built. It's constantly growing, like at rapid speed. The opportunities are coming and going so fast, and a lot of people just, I understand some people think it's hard to believe that there's great opportunities in another country because of the opportunities in the United States are like, it's not even real. I mean, just some dude just up and just won $1.2 billion just the other day. You know, you ain't gonna get that in Kenya, but you can make that kind of money out there if you make the right business move. And the doors are wide open, wide open. And we will get the same opportunity as those Indians get because we're foreign money. We're coming from America.
Mm.
We want our American money. They're not going to do that yet, but you're Black American. They're not going to do that. I talk to so many dudes who want to go into real estate because there's so much being built out there. And there's a lot of Airbnbs and a lot of places that are not built, that are not done very well, that are not ran very well. And people want to buy those and make them better. And they're out there. These buildings, they don't cost that much. There's people that they're sitting on houses in the US and the UK that they could just sell right now, put like 250 grand out here and only spend half of that buying an apartment building and make your money back in less than a year. Yes, that is in Kenya because you see things that the Kenyans won't from an American mindset because you know how to make American money. You know how to please the American taste bud. So the government and the banks understand that as well. So if you talk that and you got the money, you can put the money into that bank and you can get that business loan just like that and do it. And people are doing it, but not as much. People actually think that there's better opportunities outside of here because it's just a bunch of Africans. But that's not true, especially if you go out there. So yes, there's a opportunity that's rooted in stupid and ignorance as well. There's money to be made in ignorance all over the world. Stupid is business.
Is it easy to do business there in Kenya? Regulations for foreigners, Black people?
There are some stipulations that I don't have a business degree in Kenya, but there are plenty of Kenyans with business degrees that will kill the opportunity to come and do business with you. You can get connected with lawyers. If you're out in Kenya for a long time, you should have a lawyer who's a friend. Find a lawyer, make them your friend. Take care of them. Do it. Just get a lawyer on your team. Austin is like connected with like all kinds of people doing all kinds of businesses, like all over the place. He's webbing all over the place. So yeah, you want to get with someone who make a good connection, connect with him. The dude has a consultation, and it's not just I'm gonna tell you how to get here and meet girls. No. He's gonna connect you, and so can I.
Awesome. So, bro, in terms of like, so people, like Kenyan people, we want to know their personality, bro. I think you touched upon it briefly, but tell us from are they extroverts? Are they introverts? Are they happy people? Are they sad people? How's the average personality, bro, of a Kenyan person in Kenya?
Very, very chill. Very open to communicate. They don't stress much. They don't look for trouble. And they believe in anything you get from them. There should be some kind of give back as well. You should be just as open to do for them as they are for you. But they're not going to just always like, I just did something for you, you should pay me. It's not like that. But if they did something really big for you, they really kind of shy their head about like, it was like, you're not going to do nothing for me. Especially if it's real big, like something like, they really looked out for you. But a lot of times they're not going to stress it. They'll just turn their head, they do it for you and they walk away, you know. But if you don't do anything, they'd be like, eh, but they'll still do it again. It's just like they believe that it should be a give society. Everyone should take care of each other out there.
Amazing,
And
amazing, bro.
they'll do something for you that you'd be like, yeah, I should probably look out for them. You should, because they'll look out for you.
Awesome, bro. So next question for you, James, right, is now in terms of let me see here. So brother, how do you meet people and make friends in Kenya? Right. What was your method doing? So were you like going to events, wine bars, library,
Exactly.
making friends there? Okay, break it down for me, bro.
Events. We go to a lot of events. And when you go to these events, I tell you something. I went to this event called the Polo. It's Polo Club. And they were, we watch horse races, watch the polo events. Hitting the little ball and everything. And everybody's out there. They dress nice and everything. They did an event where there was the Bentley SUV raced a horse. The Bentley lost because the horse had somewhat of a head start in the Bentley. The guy wasn't that great of a driver, and the horse won. And there was a lot of beautiful women out there. You're gonna meet people out there, and we saw this one table. I remember I saw this one table, and they had these women that were there who looked slightly Somali with a little Italian in their blood, and it was with this big, like fat, overweight, like Italian or British looking guy. And he was just sitting there, have a drink. And the women were like going out of their way to get eye contact, doing everything to get eye contact just so they can do that, So there was some of that there. But most people, you can just walk over their table with a smile, they'll smile back. It's like, what's going on? I just saw y'all looking very beautiful tonight. Saying, oh, thank you. Where you from? That's all over the event. And you just cross a couple people that you go like, nah, you're the rarity. Screw off. You know what I'm saying? And they will. You never feel uncomfortable out there like you are in the States and England. You go to an event out in England, the whole vibe, everyone's making you feel uncomfortable, especially if you don't know nobody. And you don't feel comfortable just walking over people. I was like, yeah. It was like, who are you? Why are you here? There's none of that. But the other folks, they might do that to you. But you don't really see them there. And if you see them, they're all secluded in their little place. They're the ones who are uncomfortable. And you see some stuff out there. I got to tell you, I met some very, very, very beautiful women at these events.
We'll get to there, bro. We'll get to there. I just think it's weird how people who are not black have the audacity to be secluded and treat people differently in a black country. Like you don't normally hear black people doing that in Germany, which is a majority white country, or let's say in in Portugal, they're immersed in a culture, they speak to people, and it just shows you, right, the mentality those people are compared to us. It just shows you the mentality,
Right.
It's insane, bruv. Like I feel like we as black people are really, really, the most honest, genuine group of people on planet Earth. But other group of people, they're on a different wavelength, completely different wavelength. That's why you gotta be careful, man. Be careful. So, brother, in terms of transportation, right? How do you move around in Kenya? Is Uber okay? Is there buses there? Is there subway there? Trains? How did you break it down for me, bro?
It's just as cheap and easy to get, and as in Thailand, but the quality of the vehicles are going to be downgrading dramatically. You can be scared that thing's going to break down the middle of the road, and one time it did.
Uber, you're referring to?
Yeah, Bolt. I mean, Grab and Bolt. You can use. They use Grab and Bolt out there for taxis.
Okay, and but when you were out there in Kenya, what were you using to move around? Was it Grab and Bolt? I'm guessing mostly.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
So no buses there, no trains there.
Yeah, there's buses and trains, but I ain't getting on them.
Why not?
Nah, I'm good. They look creepy as hell. Austin did. Like I said, it wasn't that bad that I'm like overreacting. I probably am, but I didn't do it. Like out here in Thailand, everybody be getting on these motorcycles. I use a car in a situation where you probably shouldn't. I just have my ways, man. I'm not getting on no damn motors on the back of nobody's motorcycle. But you
How?
got that here too. Same thing. Same thing as Thailand. Same thing. Just the quality of the car is like downgraded. Like they look like those cars was from like the 30s or 40s. The gear shifted and look like it's about to. You could just take it and pull it out. You see it wiggling.
So how are the roads there in Kenya though? I know Africa has a road problem.
Bad, yes. Bad. Like real bad. That's why the car quality is bad. Bad.
Damn.
I mean, like, and they got bad shocks. So I mean, it's like rough. Like you just doing like this. You try to use your phone, you like mouse would even do it. Just fold your hands, put your seatbelt on, and hope you don't die.
Wow.
We be
Great breakdown.
smiling when we see a good quality car come up. And you try to do Uber X. I mean, like the high one, like luxury or something. You try to click on those, and still a crappy one will come up. They'll just put in there that the car is luxury, and no one tries to hold them to task. On people who owns the company grabbing the bull. So they just say it's high quality. And they pull up, they go, it's high quality. It's okay. It's good.
So you're saying, bro, right? The safest way to move around in Kenya is grab boats on those roads. That's your best option. Even though the roads may be dodgy,
Do not drive. I would
Mm.
not drive out there.
Okay.
But there's little parts that are not so bad, but it's in a small area. It's like you want to get way over here or way over there. Like one of my favorite restaurants is way deep into the jungle, man. It's like you almost look like and all of a sudden you go around the corner and then boom, this whole area opens up, and then you go down the hill and there's like little areas, and you got a big bonfire in the middle, and you sit around there and you eat, and the food is blazing. This girl showed this girl who's she's a real estate agent out there. Absolutely breathtaking. You can't and this girl's gorgeous.
So let me know this, bro. So in terms of like cash, right? Is Kenya cashless, or you have to have cash out there, bro?
No, it's some parts are cashless, but they use this thing called M-Pesa. And it is a cash app system. And everyone who has it, they have a number, and they could just give it to you. They be walking to you on the street with these products, and you go, okay, I'll buy that. What's your M-Pesa? And you put their code in, and you pay them, and they know you paid them, and they just give you the product, and they look at their phone. Boom, you got paid. Okay. And you definitely should get it when you go out there. You got to go to an M-Pesa thing. You got to sit in line. It's almost like the DMV. And they do the transaction, through your phone. You got to get in phone service, get your phone service, get a Pesa, and you're good to go. Get your boat, get your Grab account. Now you're good. If you're going to be there for a long time, get an Airbnb for 1 month. Get a real nice one, like super high end, a real nice area, because you're only going to be there for that 1 month, right? And you're going to be there for a long time because you got the 5-year. You still got to leave every 3 months. So you get the 6 month multi, and 3 months you go out, or you can just pay them at the what you call it. I don't want to leave. I'm just gonna pay you. It's like, all right, you stay for like 6 months straight. Those people out there doing that, it's all good as long as you're good in the books. And definitely get with a real estate agent, and they'll hook you up with a real good price, real nice place. There's some bad places out there, bad, like real bad, like make this look like crap, but you're gonna pay. One of my favorite dudes out there has a pad. It is a penthouse. Penthouse, way up at the top, 36th floor. And it overlooks everything. It is like There's a rooftop and it's amazing. We had I saw 4-bedroom apartment, just bad. Just it's on my YouTube, by the way. Just crazy nice, but it's not cheap. You just gotta look out for them. Some of them is affordable. Like I saw this 4-bedroom that was real nice, and that one was going for 2,400. So that's 4 bedrooms. You get 2 of y'all, you split that, you straight. You know, you're living out in UK. I'm pretty sure you can afford that.
Damn. So now, James, right? Tell me about food, right? Is Kenyan food tasty? If so,
Yes,
what was your favorite cuisine out there?
I favorite. I don't know if I had a favorite. I remember I ate this really good rice and it's like a bunch of mixed vegetables and a lot of spices. Rice with like beans on the side. Very good. And they serve chicken, grilled chicken with it. That was very good. But I went to this one restaurant that was by where I was staying, and I mostly cook. I cook way more than I eat out. But when we
Mm.
do eat out, we went to a lot of places that serve very good food. I ate a lot of lamb shank out there. I love lamb shank. People should be cracking up there every say that because they laugh every time I say it because I'm always asking for it. Very delicious. They cook. They can cook out there. The Kenyans can cook. They can cook, but I mostly cook my own food. But the rest, we have some restaurants. This place called Mwembe, which is like a seafood restaurant. That food is so good. That food is so good. Wow, $60 and they keep serving you all kind of dishes. Different seafood, different chicken and beef and everything. They just keep serving you all kinds of different seafood and everything. Sold for like $60, and they do it like every Thursday, I think. I think it's like every Thursday, Sunday, something like that. And it's got a pool in the middle, restaurants on the side, beautiful women that serve you. Um, it's fun. Got a homeboy do his birthday every year there, jumping in the water. It's fun out there, man. So very good food, very good restaurants. Some of them are not so good. Like I said, it was one by my place, and their beef was horrible, man. So, but their burgers were good, and they just didn't do the beef right. It was too rough.
Amazing,
Everyone realized if you can't just throw beef in the grill. It doesn't work that way.
amazing.
You have to cook it.
So let me ask you, right? So okay. So this is, brother. So I'm like a rice and chicken guy, right? I love that. It's a very simple dish, rice chicken. Is that available there in Kenya? Rice chicken, but their own style of dish.
Man, you go to restaurants and order whatever you want.
Mm,
Yeah, they got rice and chicken there. Absolutely. Grilled chicken. And if they don't even serve it there, if they can cook it, they'll cook it for you. I
awesome,
had this restaurant, I wanted lamb. I didn't even know it. They went out, got the lamb, came back, said it's going to be a couple hours, and they cooked it. Cooked the lamb shank because they didn't have it, so they went and got it. Because it was a
amazing,
grocery store not too far from the restaurant, so they went out and got it. In the
awesome,
meantime,
bro.
I had this one dish and I was like waiting for it, but yeah, food is good.
So, brother, when it comes to cost of living, right, in Kenya, when you compare it to America, is Kenya cheaper or more expensive, brother, than America? I mean, in terms of housing, in terms of food, leisure, entertainment, cost of living wise, brother, is Kenya very affordable compared to America?
Incredibly affordable.
Mm,
Incredibly affordable. It's just some people want to push the limit and want to live extra luxury. But what they're spending is a mere fraction of what they would be spending in the United States for what they have.
okay.
When you look for an Airbnb, take out things like a gym. Stop asking for a gym. Stop asking for a pool. Stop thinking like you're in Thailand. Just get a nice place with security and everything. That's what they do. Take gym and pool out. Just take that out. Um, Dedicated workspace. That's a good selection. That's all right. Just select it. And if you can't find it, take that one out. But do not take heating and AC out, and do communicate with them. Do you have air conditioning? Do you have AC? And we'll still probably still lie, but just do it. Just ask. Ask the questions. Talk to them. Communicate. Do you have this? Do you have that? And some people like to say, I want to stay in there for only a month, so they'll stay here for a week. And then they'll go out and they'll talk to Kenyans and try to look for something better. That's all right. You can do that.
Awesome, bro. So, okay, amazing, amazing. But what was your spend out there? Let's say for 1 month, brother. Was it like a 1 grand for the whole month?
Oh, I spent money.
Mm.
I spent money. My place was $1,100 for every month because I wanted to live real nice. I had a view similar to this, but it wasn't the ocean. It was just a city, and it was way up at the top. It was on the 20th floor. But I had to get a new mattress because the mattress was bad. I made them switch out a whole lot of stuff. I was bossing them all around because I was mad because they lied about a few things. So I made them get nice things. I made them get rid of that washer and dryer. I mean, that washing machine, because they said it was a washer and dryer. I said, I want the one that's a washer and dryer mix. So she got rid of that, put that in. I said, I want a new carpet. I said, I want my place clean. I said, I want this mattress changed. I said, I want those sheets changed. And they did everything. And because they knew that all I got to do is call up Airbnb and I'll get all my money back and just be like, peace. So they said, we want the business. So they did everything, you know. So I cooked a lot. My grocery bill on average was about $50 a week, $50 to $60 a week. One time I spent 90 because I got a bunch of extra stuff. Transportation only cost me $15, $20 a month. I mean, for the week. Not even. Sometimes it's like almost like $10. Not even that, really. Entertainment. We pop bottles. The most we spend when we pop bottles is about $100. Clothing is expensive. They charge you a lot for clothing, like astronomically. We saw $500 and $600 jeans. We saw $1,000 shirts. There's a lot of people who make clothes out there. There's a lot of seamstress. Just get your clothes made. Get your clothes made. That money is for people who think too big and they want to live among the Africans because, you know, they're among people who are lesser. They feel like they're like royalty walking around there. So they spend like them. That's for them. And a lot of kids be like, yeah, they'd be like, yeah, it's expensive. Because they know there's like, ain't no Kenyan gonna buy that. Ain't no Kenyan buying that stuff. You know, they don't buy that. They have their local places, like the Thai people. They brought like when you shopping around, eating around, like where the Thai people at? They ain't hanging around you. They're not spending their money. They're not Thai people ain't spending money on that crap. They're over there, way over there, and way over there. You know, so people who know Thai, they don't shop with you either. They go shop with the Thai people do, and that's what the Kenyans do. They have their places where they know the prices are still for Kenyans. Like it's priced accordingly. It's like we understand. 1,000 shillings to a Kenyan is $1,000. So you got to understand that. That's why it's like that. Because $1,000 for us is $1,000, but to the UK, $1,000 isn't $1,000. It's less. So that's, I mean, it's still like that, and that's starting to get a move away, and especially if you're like down, like right smack dab in the middle of Pattaya. It's really the price difference actually has been skewed dramatically in this little circle. So don't buy nothing or spend your money nowhere near here. I got all kinds of food in the refrigerator that I cooked out here in Thailand. But even though there's a place called Cultural Lounge down here, I do eat that. His food is good. A couple of places do. But yeah, so I spent a total each month of about my rent, I say about 1,900. And 1 month I spent about 2,500 because I was buying stuff.
No.
So your cell phone not gonna cost you like $25, $30 for that whole month. $25 for pretty high speed internet, like 500 megs. I think you can get out there. But most people are running around with like 150 because they just get it for what they're doing. They don't give you, you got to ask. I want faster internet. And they'll tell you this guy, we want an extra $20. So, but you can get maid service. I don't like maid service. I like cleaning my own place. I don't want other people up in my stuff trying to clean it. It's still gonna feel dirty because you are still in my place. I'm anal like that. But you can get Kenyans to come out there and cook for you. You get all the groceries for them, or you could just do it. I don't know how you find people that come to your place and cook for you. They got people out there that they got mad connections for that. And a lot of times there are people who cook at restaurants, and you connect with them, and they say, "Oh, so you cook over here, so you can come out and cook for me." And they'll go, "Yeah." And you'll probably pay them like maybe $100, probably a little bit less depending on how much. Probably right, maybe $30, $40, probably that, and they'll cook a whole meal for you. Or they'll just do it. You tell them that they go shopping, get the groceries for you and everything. They come back and they cook the meal for you. Best to just have the groceries for them when they get there. You could do that right there, and that's not going to cost you a lot. Most is going to cost about $100, a home cooked meal and everything. With transportation and everything, you can easily, if you ball $3,000 a month, like ball every weekend, at the club, popping bottles Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got your own personal driver, your own cook, and everything. If you really, really ball, like I know one dude, I say his bill, because his rent is $3,000 a month. His bill will probably get up there with his excursions. At least I'll say $4,500. Yeah, we could do it like that, because if he's really pushing, and that's like buying like the high meat, because meat out there, beef out there can be expensive. Wago is priced accordingly, same price it is in the UK. But a lot of things, if you shop and buying like all these clothes and everything, you're gonna spend, but you can easily, comfortably do it frugally. 1,200 for rent, like at a real decent place, the one they just built, and then tack on about groceries. I spend at least $600 or $700 for that month, so you could top that with 1,800. There, right there, and you do your fun, about $80 a week. All right. So that's 320. So you top that, so you getting up there to about 2,700 or like 3,200, somewhere right there. So me, I was doing like 20, 25, 2,700 easy.
Amazing. So, brother, when it comes to like cell phone roaming, right, internet on your cell phone, unless you have a plan in the US that includes international roaming and international connections, if not, I'm guessing in the airport, in the Kenyan airport, you can buy a SIM card there for your phone, right?
Buy a SIM card.
Okay.
Buy a SIM card. Chip in there, pull your chip out, secure it. Put your phone bill on pause, whatever. Just get a chip. Get a good chip. But you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need a Kenyan chip in order for you to get M-Pesa.
Thank you. So next question, brother, is safety. So safety in the daytime, in the nighttime, by yourself, during clubbing. Is Kenya and Nairobi a safe country, brother, or was there some issues with safety there?
Nah, there's no issues with safety. They just say that, they'll swipe your phone if you just got it hanging out, whatever. I never felt that. No one never tried to swipe. Only one time in a club, I was walking and I had my phone in my back pocket, and they tell you not to do that. So I was being hard-headed. And I felt this dude walking behind me, and I felt like he was trying to get close. And I turned around and I grabbed my phone and was looking at him. He like shook. He thought he was going to die. Look like he was about to die. He got so scared. So I was going to punch him in the face because he knew that I knew that he was trying to do it. So I told security, and I threw him out.
Awesome. So racism, right? I think you've mentioned racism from Chinese, white people being weird, Indians to an extent. But what about like ethnic racism? Like was there any point where you thought that because you're Black American, Black Kenyans, some Black Kenyan didn't rock with you? Did that happen at any point? Jealousy?
There's a little bit of it. There's a little bit of it.
Mm.
And if women think that we think we're too, there was some dudes out there running his mouth, bugging. A couple Kenyan women out there saying you Black Americans think you're so, whatever. But they used me and Austin and some people that we were hanging with out there, did a video on us. And they were like a hit video, but it didn't make sense because everything that came out of their mouth, they didn't realize it, but they were actually saying that Kenyan women are gold digging easy women. And that's basically what they said. And they didn't realize it. And I came at her and I keep still trying to debate her, but she's scared to death. A lot of people are scared to death to debate me, because they know I'm going to trip them up without them realizing. People hate that. And she won't, because I keep going at her on Twitter. I keep all the time trying to get her to debate me. But she wouldn't. But there's a couple other people that are doing it, and none of them want to debate me. None of them. But it's not a debate. I just need to correct you. I was like, what you're saying. And then they got this other dude, Travel Time with Paul, did a video and talk about us because it was about us. Saying that, these women out there, they don't care about you. All they want is that money. I was like, you just said they're hoes. That says Kenyan women are hoes when you say that. They don't want you. They just want you for your money. So all of these girls that are attracted to us only want us for our money. But the question is, what are a Kenyan women attracted to then? That's my question. If the only reason why they want me is for my money, then what are they attracted to? I do know what they're attracted to out there. The status of beauty for men in Kenya is Tyson Beckford.
Oh, light skin, chiseled jawline.
You consider him light skinned. He's 2 shades darker than me.
Okay,
I met Tyson Beckford in Vegas. He's darker than me.
Okay,
it's not a light skinned dude. It's
but
just that go ahead. What?
He's got very unique features. Tyson Beckford. The average black guys look like him, but he's up Asian. that's son of a beast in Kenya.
Like, yeah, I mean, he'll go out there and they'll be like, "That is beautiful in Kenya." But there's a lot of Kenyans with his features. Or you'll see, like if not, what's it called? What's that guy? The guy who's supposed the black dude who they kept trying to ask to play James Bond.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Yeah, those are considered attractive men.
Mm.
And they don't mind light-skinned black dudes out there. They don't be like, "Oh, you're light-skinned and black. You're light-skinned, so you're probably weaker." What they do in the United States. Go ahead and keep thinking I'm weak.
They think like that? Come on.
They do that in the U.S. They think you're gonna want.
What about in Kenya? They think you're weaker if you're a light-skinned black dude?
Nah. They don't do it in Kenya. They do it in the U.S.
Mm.
I gotta wonder, do they do that in the U.K.?
Nah, bro. Not really. I think that's a US thing. Oh, he's soft.
Yeah.
He's soft.
And that's why a lot of people who aren't light-skinned find out the hard way. It's like a lot of us deal with it throughout our lives. So if we're grown and you come out, so it's like, we're gonna kill you. I ain't put on that no more. Yeah, you see a lot of people killed.
Keep it. Brother, keep it coded, yeah? Delete.
Yeah, I guess you gotta delete that. But yeah. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't want to get into that right now. But there is none of that out there. And okay. I definitely got it. And I felt none of that out there. Sometimes they may feel that you're probably given a little more leeway that's what it's based on in the middle, that you probably get a little leeway because you're light-skinned. But they're talking about high yellow light-skinned black people, not me. I may get a little, but they look at you're just a black dude. But I'm talking about people who high yellow like Mariah Carey. She may give a little bit of preference, thinking that she may have more opportunities and may come from a little bit more money. And the reason why is because they know that black Kenyans are not treated very well by a lot of entities and organizations and their government, etc., while they're there. But And it don't matter if you're Kenyan, you're gonna get treated like that too, no matter what you look like. But it's a good chance that you might not get treated like that because most Kenyans do look nothing like me. And look damn sure don't look nothing like Mariah Carey. They're not mixed up like everyone else. They're not mixed up out there. No, these black Kenyans, black. There's some
Okay.
light skinned ones out there, but they Kenyan. I saw a girl, her sister was real high yellow. I was like, that's my sister. And their parents were her complexion and she was my complexion. But that family has the history is connected elsewhere, beyond Kenya. That's just them. But most people, you don't see that.
Okay. So, but culture-wise, right? Is Kenya a conservative culture, or is it a liberal culture, or is it in the middle of both?
You see, there are mostly they're Christians, out there. There are Christians out there, Christians in hijab. I don't know what that's about. Pretty sure you've seen that in the UK too. They weren't in hijab, and you ask them, they say they're Christian. Whatever, that's their prerogative. But there's religious out there, mostly Christian, and they're they have that polite, very respectful kind of thing toward each other. It's a kind of it carries themselves like a Christian society. A lot of them do go to church. They have a lot of churches out there, and they do go to church and they do pray, and they do like a lot of times when you talk to the women, they have very, very soft spoken. You almost have to go, what? Because you can't understand because they have a strong accent. They speak a lot of English, lots of English. You do not have to speak Swahili. Don't like it. If you speak Swahili, man, you're gonna win. Go to a bad woman, you from the United States, and you speak Swahili, just take my number. Nah, it's not like that. But you're gonna do a lot better. You're gonna do way better than me. I come over to talk to a girl, and you come over, Americanized like me, money and look good, tall and everything. And you speak Swahili, I ain't gonna. I can't. I won't be able to win that girl over you. But they're very. It's very. They have this culture between them of being very nice to you first. They make you earn the bad side of them, like me. You got to earn that. But there are people obviously who've been done wrong by one too many people, and they just about had it. So if you rub them wrong, you're just gonna get it. That's just reality. That's just humans. You don't know what somebody's been through, and they do hurt each other, like any other society in the world.
So it's mostly a conservative society. It's more conservative than liberal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not a lot of liberalness. You don't see that out there. No, not at all. You see some people with a liberal outlook because of the way they dress, but when you kind of talk to them, they're just copying some looks that they saw on the internet, TV. Nothing wrong with that.
So how bad is the American influence there in Kenya? Is it creeping? Is it growing there, or is it something that's
American influence is growing everywhere. We really messed up Germany and Australia. We tore out. Australia is they're gonna rot. They are rotting from the inside out from their hardcore approach to try to be like the U.S. And I see it in Nairobi with the women more so, way more so. But they don't. It's not heavy. They're very quick to back off of. They back off of it. They'll try it, and you check them. They go, because it's stupid. They know it's stupid. Our stuff is what we do is stupid. They know it's stupid. Kenyans sense stupid. They see stupid a mile away. If you're stupid, they know you're stupid. Trust me, they know you're stupid. And they still indulge in it because they want to experience it. They feel that they can get more out of life than that. Because when you come over here and they see the attention you get, they're like, I want some of that. So they try it, but you're not American. So it's not gonna In other words, what happens is when you try to front something, you can only front so long because your true instinct is going to be forced out. Because your fight or flight, your only that is will only your fight or flight style, your fight or flight energy, how you deal with these situations, these extreme situations, will only have no choice but to come from your natural culture and norms that you already have because it's coming from your instincts. So you're not gonna react to something in a flight or fright any way based on this front. You're not gonna do that. You can't. You need 20 years of fronting in order for you to do that. And probably still you won't be able to do it. So, and the fight or flight can come up in situations, a little bit of discomfort, and be like, oh, I'm good. I'm not liking this. I didn't step out of the house in my good looking stuff to deal with that. So they just go back to their norm and they just back off.
Okay, awesome, bro. So, brother, lifestyle, right? When you were in Kenya, what kind of lifestyle were you living there, brother? Were you living the lifestyle of a millionaire, or middle class, upper middle class? What kind
Middle
of
class.
lifestyle were you living out there?
Middle
Okay.
class. Because I don't splurge like that, but I do know there's some dudes that came out, they hang out with the crew, they splurged. They were at the clubs, bars, every freaking Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. They were there. They were there, and they were spending $200-300 in the VIP. That's why $200-300 in a VIP. Equivalent to the US, it's like spending $3,000. That's the equivalency. So they indulge. They have no problem. Because you understand when people go on a vacation, they have people who are middle class. They got about $5,000 they want to just blow wherever they go. You like Vegas. The average person is come to Vegas ready to just blow like $1,500 to $2,000 for the weekend. New Year's Eve, they got like average about $3,000. They just want to just blow in Vegas, and that's what the money's for. So these people, they come out there, they realize they don't even have to spend that. So they just everywhere, buying this, buying that, just eating here, bottle here, bottle here. I'm staying in the best. You stay in something. I mean, you could stay in something that can cost you $10,000 a night. They have that there too. They got it here. You spend your money. They got plenty opportunities for you to spend your money. So you can live like a billionaire. Easy. You can live like a billionaire.
And the average Kenyan person, right? Are they living very good lives, or it depends? Overall, brother, majority. How's the average Kenyan living, brother?
The average Kenyan moves and lives according to the fresh under the middle class when you're in the nice areas, but they live like they just in a hood without all the stupid ignorant stuff. And they live frugal. They have living conditions that we won't live in. We just won't do it. And they shop and and you could tell that they're hardworking, and they probably hadn't showered in a little bit because they come from work. They're gonna shop, go home, probably cook some food for the family, wash their hands, and get back out there and go back to work for another 8 hours. I don't got time to shower. I'm just gonna go out and start stinking again anyway. Working on the street, sitting there with went out to the woods and chopped that fire and picked the fruit and everything, and they're sitting on the side of the road for 10, 11 hours straight, with all the stuff that's on the road for you to come and buy it. And that's this is what they got about 5 or 20 or 30 different properties where they got to go sweep the front and sweep the dirt up, or they got some toilets to clean or whatever. That's the poor. So a lot of them don't have those opportunities, but a lot of Kenyans, there's a lot of Kenyans who don't have money, but there's also a lot that don't. It's almost 60, I'll say, and 50. It feels like to me 50% of them are living, okay. They're all right. they got opportunities and they're making money, but they still like on a lower end. But there's plenty of them. When you start going to the nicer areas, like I said, I go to nice areas, I eat at the nice restaurants, I'm at the mall and everything. People who are there got money, and there's plenty of people who work at these malls, and a lot of them make just enough money to be able to live not too bad. They got just enough money to go and get a couple of drinks and hang out with some nice clothes at the club. They keep themselves clean, take care of the family a little bit. But it really gets stressed in when you start having a family. That's when it gets hard. That's when it hits home. But if you're just taking care of yourself, it won't be so bad. It won't be so bad. And they're starting to get a lot of Americanized opportunity because there's some big companies out there. I think T-Mobile is trying to get out there. They're already out there, but they're trying to do something more out there. And they do use Amazon. They're trying to get more and more Amazon out there, and the Amazon's probably going to put some companies. I mean, some buildings out there for Kenyans to use and make money out there, and they're going to pay Kenyans accordingly. So there's that. So there's growing opportunities, but the average Kenyan average is living like they just kind of just made it out of the hood, and they just they work, they wash cars in the day, and then a couple hours at night part time they go work at McDonald's, something like that. Right about there.
And then white people, Indians, Chinese, majority all live in goods, no struggles, right?
Yeah, because they come there they already have their connections back where they come from. Even the ones that were born there, they still got their connections. And the reason why is because the white people that were there for a long, long time, they were getting these opportunities that other Kenyans wouldn't, because they had the money to invest earlier with these opportunities. Because if you take care of them, then we'll shake hands with you on this business opportunity there. So the government was seeing a more investment in these white folks than the Kenyans, because the kids like Kenyans ain't got nothing. Or they'll find out they bought this land and the government kind of knew, but they never knew because they never done nothing about it. And right up on that land, and nothing but gold and diamonds. Or Cabo. That's been happening all over Africa too. And the government is not doing anything to find out what's my land worth. Other people come up and be like, oh, I know what that land is worth. Okay, I'll buy that for $100. And then, oh, wow. Now come to find out it was worth $1 million. Darn it. Okay, now I'm going to go try to tax them and put the money in my pocket.
Damn. So next question for you, brother, right, is so tell us things to do there, hobbies to do there in Kenya to keep us entertained, brother. So what were you doing there to entertain you, brother? Hobbies, things to do there, brother. Break it down for me, bro.
I was entertaining myself with the dates I had. 100.
Over 100?
No, keeping it 100. Nah, I never wild out like that. And with the quality of the women I had, I'm not gonna be able to have that many women. I just dated a couple women when I was there. So I went to the zoo. There's zoos out there. A lot of events, a lot of really fun events to go to. You got dance, samba. You got these really cool events where they go out and they meet with each other, and they have like a really professional dancer to come out, and you can dance with them. And they have these events where it got like a fresh chefs come out, the actual chefs, and they cook a lot of different foods, and you try this wine events. Lot of events like that. A lot of drinking, like a new alcohol is coming out, and they want to try it. So they come out there, and you can get it at like a decent price and everything, and they dance and everything. Of course, like the polo event that I love to go out to. It's one of my favorite things. They got pool parties out there. They got regular nightclubs. They have there's a lot of different things. anything you can think of, like what would you like? Like you gotta understand, it's like they have a tech event out there, where they have a lot of advanced technology that is coming to Kenya. You probably already know about it, but they know it's coming to Kenya. You're gonna be out there. So you want these there's this company out there that's actually building their own VR headset, that was having people try them out. Um, Video game events, they had a Madden event out there, I think. Someone told me about it and I didn't know about it. You play Madden, everything if you're into that. Fashion events, a lot of fashion shows, a lot of real nice fashion shows, beautiful women up there. A lot of the clothes they make in Kenya. So you can like, I want this and that. You can just talk to them. They give you their card. You go over there and they mess you up, and they make everything, custom for you. Instead of just buying it off the rack or whatever like that. So there's a lot of stuff out there to do.
Awesome.
Everything's in English too, so that's good.
So, about the language, right? So, do we have to learn Swahili, or is English enough all around? Okay,
it's enough. Yeah.
Awesome. Weather. So, how was weather out there for you, brother? In your time, was it really hot? Was it cold?
Yeah, when I first got there, it was wicked cold, like cold, and I had no heating, like I was telling you before. But it did get hot, and the weather was beautiful after that. It did rain a lot more than I thought, but I like rain, so it's always nice to be snuggled up with a girl during the rain, and I was most of that. I like that. That's just what I like. Technology is expensive. It's expensive to buy TVs and phones and Apple. So come out there with your own stuff because they ship it out. It's like the taxes on there is like, I don't know how Kenyans do it. I don't know what so they buy a lot of old stuff. Like a lot of times, just about every single time we got into a decent looking boat or grab Ubers, and on the screen it was all in Japanese, and they didn't know how to undo that because it was like fixed into it because they were buying the kickbacks from the Japanese cars, and the Japanese was selling it to them like that. And they just buy it because they get the really good price. So they're buying the used cars from Japan. I think China too, but I think most of them from Japan. And you see the screen, where navigation be, and it's all in Japanese. They just leave it like that because they can't really undo it. There's probably a way that you could, but
Awesome, bro. So, brother, so nightlife, right? So, how was that in Kenya? So, as a Western Black American man, was it good? Can you meet your wife there? Is a bunch of 304s? Any bars and clubs you recommend by name? By the way, bro.
My brain is farting with the names of places, but if you just go to Nairobi and put in nightclubs and a bunch of them pop up, you'll see them. They got 5 stars and stuff like that. But off the top of my head, I don't know why I'm brain farting. I know Nairobi Street Kitchen is one. Thursday and Sunday nights. Oyster Bay. These are day spots that I like better. There's a lot of 304s in the nightclubs too, but not that many. You can find a decent girl in the nightclubs, but there are 304s in there. That's where they go. But I like to go places like Oyster Bay. Real good food, slamming. Their lamb shank is slamming. Beautiful, gorgeous women there sitting at VIPs. You get the little VIP section. You might spend like maybe $80 between you and your people to get a bottle. You get your drinks, get some food. That's not gonna cost you like food. And get your grub. You got your drinks. You got your people. You got your section. Pretty girls over here. Pretty girls over there. Cool fellas over here. People passing cars. I do this business. I do that business. Yeah, what's going on, man? Connect with me here. Connect with me there. That's what I like. That's what you should be shooting for. The nightclubs is, yeah, have fun. Go there. I can't believe I'm brain farting. I can't remember names of these places, but oh my God, crap. They are good though. There's some good ones. There's a lot of places. They try to tell you. I remember I was going by to go to this one spot, And this was at Sarit. This club is here that we went to is at Sarit shopping mall. Sarit, spelled just like that. And it's a real nice one there. And I was going to pick her up. So I stopped my Uber there, and I was going to both back there. And she was like, I was like, oh, what's that? What's like? People partying, having fun. A bunch of pieces. Like, you do not want to go in there. No smile. She's like, you do not want to go in there. And she really didn't get to him, but it felt like they would see me as a wealthy foreigner that thinks I'm better than them, because there are areas that's like Kenyans for Kenyans with Kenyans, you know, and they just like to have their own place where they just want to be with their people. And even though I go there, even though I will stick out, you know, it'll probably be like, you know, I won't be able to vibe with people. They'd be like, hey, it's okay. You know, not really. So one other time I just went there anyway. I went anyway. And what it was like for me was really low. No one was dressed nice. People were dressed hood. It was like the hood. They would dress hood. They looked hood. But there was nobody like, yo, what are you doing? You know, it was none of that. But they did not show me like, you know, they want to be bothered. They want to dance with me. They want to vibe with me and everything. But they left me alone. A couple girls hit on me and everything, you know, but I just wanted to see what was going on because I did not feel it was dangerous. But I like the days places. The day clubs is what I like. Like Mwembe and Oyster Bay are two of my favorite places to go to. They never get played out. Good music, good vibes, a lot of nice places, a lot of restaurants. By my place, it was the Brazilian barbecue, which was right next to mine. And it was another place that was next to me. It starts in the day and it goes all the way into the night, all the way to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me, no, not 3 o'clock in the morning, midnight. And this place has really bad food. Bad food. The food is not good, but they serve this sausage with fries that a couple of people was like, and I admit the sausage was pretty good, but everything else was horrible. But the vibe in there, everyone's in there. Everyone's in there. It's real good vibe. It's like you're in another world, man. The energy is positive, and it's just nice. It's real nice. I'm farting on everything. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's real nice, man. But there was an incident at that place that was connected to, I got to tell you about this right now, that is connected to going to the polo club. And I'm not going to call no names, but some peoples did some video. And one girl was in the video. She had a problem with it. Talk to homeboy, take the video down. Went about it wrong. Didn't make it seem like it was a big deal. And we went back to the place. She kind of didn't make it seem like it's like, you know, I'm very serious about this. It's like, all right, cool, we'll do it. We'll take care of it. And then she connect back with me. She gave me a phone because the girl was very pretty. She connect with me and everything. And she was like, yeah, let's go down. Let's meet up. All right, let's go meet at the restaurant. I was like, the place is right by me. Yeah, you should come on down there. Oh, no, it's right by your place. I said, yeah. She's like, all right, let's meet there. And when I met her, it was off. She was standing there. She had a coat on. It was warm. She had a coat on, right? It's like, oh, weird. Anyway, so I was like, all right, let's go. And she stood there. She's like, wait, you know, she was on her phone and everything. Said, something is wrong. What is going on? She's like, okay. And we're walking. And she was walking slow and staying behind me. And I turn around. When people do that, it's you in danger. All right, that's my thing. And I was like, all right, you need to tell me what's going on. She said, no, it's okay. And then she walked and she put her hand on my back. And she was walking forward. And I was walking. She said, now stop. And I turn around. 4 dudes come up at me. All right. 4 guys come up. One of them had pulled out a badge and was like, okay. And I was like, whoa. So what's going on here? And she was like, and then she backed away and they kind of surrounded me a little bit. And they started saying, I was like, so you did a video of her. I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? It said, calm down. I said, nah. That's when I got pissed. I was like, I ain't no punk, man. I was like, now you calm, down. I was like, I have nothing to do with that. She knows that. And I was like, I don't care if you're a cop or not. I said, I know how this works. I'm a federal employee. So if you wild out right now, it's going to be a lot louder than what you think. I'll put you in up on CNN. I was like, okay, listen. I want to talk to you. And he put me, I was like, and I took his hand and I just gently went like that, right? And the other guy came up and was like, why are you in the video? And put his phone in his face. So I grabbed his hand with the phone and was crushing it. Like literally crushing it. Like his hand started bleeding and he like bent down like that. I was like, let me tell you something. All right, this is what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on right here, but if I feel like I'm in danger and this is how I'm going to handle it. They said, okay. You know, it's okay. And I let go of his hand. He was like, ah, he was like, what are you doing? And started speaking Swahili. I was like, I don't know what that's like. And he's like, okay, you talk to me. Okay. I am the cop. They're not cops. Okay. You talk to me. And he put me over there. And I was like, all right, I'll talk to you. And I was looking at him like the next, if he come on his rock, I'm going to swing on him. But when I realized he was a real cop, I'm not going to do that. I'm not stupid, but I will still heat it up. And as he telling them to stay back. And I was like, look, y'all going to have a problem with me. I know this for y'all, but you're going to have a problem. And it's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. And the girl was sitting there like this. She was like, holy crap. She was like, what? I was like, I know my rights. All right. And it was like, they were going over there and they was sitting there like this, like talking to him, talking to her. And he's like, okay, look. Okay, so you didn't have anything to do. I said, no, I told her that. I said, why would I come out with her? I'm thinking everything was simmering down. We're going to take the video down. I'll talk to homeboy and everything. And she liked that, she was smitten by me. She was like, yeah, come out. You seem really nice. I thought that was the situation. I was like, she lied to you. And I proved to him that it was a lie. Because I showed messages back and forth with me and her. And I was like, you didn't see this? And he was like, and he rolled his eyes like this. And he looked back at her and he walks back over. He said, it's okay. And he comes, talks to them. He looked like he was mad, waving his hand like real mad. And the guy was sitting there pointing at his hand. He smacked him, like he smacked his hand away. He's like, you get away. And he was talking to them. And it was like, and the girl was sitting there like, looking like she's about to cry. And he was like, it's like, go. He's like, he came back to me. Okay, this is over. We don't have to worry about it. I was like, can I leave? Can I please leave? And I was like, yeah, you good, man. Just as long as I don't see any of them. If I see any of them around where I'm at, because I know they don't eat here or they don't hang out here or they don't shop here. If I see them around my apartment, I'm going to consider it a threat. And I was like, you won't have to worry about them because if they come by your place, I'll arrest them. And I go, okay, cool. That happened.
Wow. So, brother, in the nightlife scene, right, what kind of music did they play? Is it Afrobeat? Is it rap music? Is it pop?
Mostly Afrobeats and hip hop.
Okay. But I hope they're not saying the N-word during these rap songs.
It's in the songs. They'll play it.
But I hope Kenyan people don't still say the N-word. That's good.
Kenyans don't. They don't say it. They don't say it. They don't say that. They don't talk like that. They don't talk like that. Nigerians do.
In Kenya?
Hell yeah. Nigerians say that.
Wow.
Nigerians are different. Yeah, they're different. And they're the ones, a lot of times, if they're in the club and they see a girl you like and they know and they see you getting attention, Nigerians they'll hate on you. Nigerians are not like Kenyans.
So you're saying that between Kenyans and Nigerians, Kenyans are a lot more nicer than Nigerians? Oh,
absolutely. They women who throw a cold shoulder to Nigerian men out there. They have a bad rep.
Damn.
Nigerian men have a bad rep in Kenya.
Why is that? In what way? Why
they mistreat the women, according to the women. That's what they say.
Okay. So next question for you, bro, is so internet strength and speed out there in Kenya, brother. How is that?
Like I said, most of the time you get an Airbnb, you're gonna probably get like 100 megs. You can probably get it faster if you pay for it up to 500. Not that bad.
Good quality. You can watch movies on it.
Yeah, you can, but not at the 100. It kind of kicks out a little bit, but there's a lot of power outages in Kenya. I get power outages a lot. They got like this little meter. You put coins. You got to pay for it. You could just do a little code on your phone with the M-Pesa. It's connected to everything, and you pay for it. You get like upgraded. But if you don't, it'll just stop. The meter will just click off and your power will just shut off. I didn't know that
Wow.
until I found out the hard way. And they weren't telling me. I was going to say there's a power outage. I was like, what in my place? And they told me about it. Austin was cracking up because he already knew about it. It's like, man, you should ask me. I was like, I ain't know. But
So,
there's a
go on,
lot of
bro.
power outages out there. A lot of power outages. And your internet, when it hits, of course, it's going to hit the internet. And when it comes back on at a really low speed, almost like 25 or 30. And it takes like hours, almost to the following day, till it's back to 100. It's weird like that.
So, brother, next question for you, right? Is so tell me the bad parts about Nairobi and the country of Kenya. What don't you like about Kenya and Nairobi, brother?
The energy, the people, the opportunities, the food, the beauty, the nature, the women. And when I'm just talking about just like this good looking, I'm just talking about their character. And everyone knows that if you're around, as a man, if you're around a lot of femininity and softness, that's nice. I'm not talking about just getting a girl's phone, it's just being around it. So that's very appreciated. And that's plentiful out in Kenya. Just being around femininity is nice. It's refreshing. And there's dudes right now probably sitting there watching this video that have never really met a real feminine woman ever in their life.
Hmm.
I found that out. This dude, they don't know it. That's why they be dating. They be sitting there and married in the United States to a manly woman and don't even know it. It is like, oh, well, that's woman. No, it's not. But yeah, it's just. But the bad is the government, the unpredictability, the bad roads, the air quality is not that great. They need a serious upgrade on their roads, their sewage system, which is not like this kicking. Not that have that here. The sewage system is horrendous in out here in Pattaya, Thailand. All of Thailand. This is horrible. The best area is probably out here in Jump but it's bad out here. Like just two buildings. It's a big building, but it's like two little areas, and like this the outway over here. And on this side, cause this is where you get your packages. So you walk out here as you go into your package, this area that smells like seriously strong sewage. And if you don't put a mask on or hold it, you're gonna end up getting sick. You're gonna get sick. It's that bad. But I'm just saying they have some areas out here in Kenya like that too. The traffic is overwhelmingly bad. I mean, bad. They don't give you the lead way. There's no right of way for people just trying to walk by. They'll just turn a corner and almost run you over. They won't care. They'll just keep going. The police is corrupt. The government is corrupt.
Wow. Go on, bro.
It's not like shockingly bad, but there is corruption there. But for the most part, it won't really affect you as someone who's there for years until you really start digging into opportunities that will require you to, engage with the government and the police. And you may deal with some corruption there. But if you just living charismatically and just enjoying the place, you probably won't have no problems or at all.
Okay. Awesome, bro. So, brother, should brothers travel alone or in a group to Kenya? Which one is better and why?
I think it depends on you.
Mm.
Depends on you. I'm solid. I can travel anywhere on my own and have. I don't need anybody. I never need to travel with anybody anywhere, anytime, ever at all. The most part of my life. But I'm different. But some people can't cope on their own. And you should know, I hope you know that about yourself until you start traveling like this. You better know that about
Facts.
yourself. I actually forgot to say that in my video. Darn it. That was pretty important.
Speak on it.
I kind of talked about it. I'll speak on it. You need to understand yourself in that manner. Be very self-aware. Individuality is something that is because I'm Sigma. I categorize as Sigma. That's me. And I've been studying more and more about that and realize I'm as Sigma as you can get. Um, and you should have that status about yourself. You should seek that out. You should seek out coming as Sigma as you can because that will make it very, very easy for you to travel alone. You need to be comfortable sitting by yourself in a room, thinking, plotting,
Mm.
planning.
Mm.
You got to do that as a man. Turn off your music, turn off your phone, do not disturb, pure silent, get the AC, sit back, you just ate, got your drink, you got your taking right there, focus. What's my next move?
Hmm.
Do that for hours and hours and hours and hours without the need to need to call somebody or to scroll. Scrolling means you need. Guys, if you're scrolling, that means you need. Sorry, that's what that means. That means you need. You need attention. You need somebody. You need to out. You can't, you're not comfortable in your own skin. I'm 48, which means I come from a time where there was none of this. So, um, I know people who are 56. Hey, what's going on, man? What you been up to, bro? Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, you know. So get rid of that and just be comfortable and entertain yourself with your intellectual journey in your own head of everything you learn, everything you experience, and gather that into a nice little mental studio to plan your next move. You're here and you're like, it's about time for you to leave Thailand. It's been 3 months. Where am I going to go next? Why am I going to go there? Should I go back to the United States? I remember this opportunity here, heard about this opportunity there. Um, should I start reading this book? Should I start doing this and doing that? Um, you can only do that if you get into that zone. And that's something that's really important when you want to travel. And it's definitely important in Kenya because you really don't want to need anybody when you travel there because it'll make it a lot easier for you to navigate throughout Kenya um, in a comfortable way. So you don't have to constantly need too much because there might not be a lot to offer you because a lot of things you need, they don't have there, you know? Um, but however, it is very, 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 very easy to make friends in Kenya. So there's a caveat. That kind of goes back against what I'm saying. But it is better to not really to be able to be comfortable by yourself. And one of the other things too, some of the best Airbnbs are far away from all the action, and Ubers are are inexpensive, so you just take an Uber way out there. Got a lot of people who live way far out there, and I went to go see them, and they're like, man, it was like paradise. I'm like, we were out in the winter with nowhere, so that's dope. But yeah, it's better to be that way. But it's very easy to socialize. It's very easy to make friends. You'll find yourself out there. The longer you're out there, the more friends you're going to make until you're like super popular and everybody knows you, and you got all these connections with all these people who do all these things. So whatever, as soon as you brainstorm a big business opportunity, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call 5, 6 people and put it into practice because you made so many connections. That's out here. That's out there.
Amazing. So, brother, what's the best areas in Nairobi to stay
Kilimani.
at, or was that Kilimani?
Yeah, Kilimani. I like Kilimani. But it's not really the area. It's really about how that area where you live in is structured. In other words, good security for me next to a nice, decent grocery store, which I was. Um, Mall's not too far, attractions not too far, and it's decent and well kept in that area where you are. And You have amenities where you are. I had a gym, I had a pool. I was good. But it's in an area where a lot of people say it's not so bad. It's like you're not gonna have to worry about stepping outside. It's gonna be somebody, some sketchy people on the corner looking for trouble. You're just more likely you'll cross people who's begging. Little kids chasing you all over the place, and they'll follow you to each his own. As long as you're on foot walking, they're gonna keep following you and following you and following you all the way to your destination where the security there, and that's when they'll turn around. They be like begging me to run in front of you, cut you off, jump in front of you with their face right up against you, and just be like, "You get what's?" So there's that.
Wow.
The adults are not that aggressive. The kids are really aggressive. I mean, wickedly, wickedly aggressive. Like, grab your clothes, pull on them, grab you, jump down and grab your leg like that. And they'll be like, that's what you get for walking around where we are. But they won't say it, but that's the attitude. It's like, you walk by where we beg, we're going to beg. You want to avoid it, take a taxi and go around us. If you walk through us, we're going to follow you and beg. But the adults don't follow you like that, because the adults, they know they do that to, if you just so happen to be a Kenyan, they might get into a fist fight.
What about healthcare, James? Any info on that? Prices of that? Was it free, or you didn't worry about that at all?
Nah, ain't nothing free out there. Not like that. You're paying, but it's really inexpensive. There's really high-end doctors and engineers and all that. They get paid like dirt cheap. Lawyers, dirt cheap. And they know the one thing that they know, that when they go to America with these skills, they're gonna make more than you. They already know that. But of course, lawyers, one of the big things right now is they're trying to learn American Western law, American law, even that they're lawyers here. And so there's a big thing, and they're doing it online. They're trying to learn American law, especially the lawyers and the doctors. The doctors more focused just learning English, because medical is, medical is medical. So they just try to learn English. So that's the thing out there. But you can get really good care, and they may charge you. They're going to charge you foreign prices. They're going to charge you more than what charge a Kenyan. That's just you get. That's just going to happen. But it's not going to be astronomically more. It's still going to be affordable. Like dental, like you can get a full teeth clean for about almost like $10. Deep cleaning for like $10, $20. You can get braces for like $150 to $200. You know, you can get the hair thing that I might get out here in Thailand for like 1,500.
Hair transplant.
Yeah, hair transplants affordable. They're super affordable there. They got that universal. Everyone's charging like under $3,000 now for like the whole head. You know, but you go with no less than 1,500. Yeah, like that.
Awesome, bro. So before we go into the woman part, James, overall, what's your assessment on Kenya out of 10? Is it 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10? Wow.
Go, go. That's my spill. Go.
Wow.
Go.
Thank you, James. All right, James, do you want to take a 5-minute break, bro? Get some
Yeah,
water, get some food.
yeah.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna
Let me
change
know when
the
you're back.
location too.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take a quick break. I'm gonna sit in this area right here. Right back.
I'll be right back here. Give me a minute. I'm back. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Turn these lights on.
Awesome, James. Okay, so the woman part, bro. So, James, I'm going to ask you a very important question, right? Okay. I would say, James, this is the most important question in the history of mankind. Okay. It's a question so pure and potent, James. It can, turn water into wine and vice versa. It's a question so powerful. Okay. It can make mankind walk on water like Christ did in the Bible, bro. Okay. It's a question so strong it can cause earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis, okay, and volcano eruptions. A question so well known that even aliens in outer space living in Pluto, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn even know of the question, bro. Okay. The question is, James, is right. Are women in Kenya checking super duper heavy for black men and passport bros, particularly Western black men, bro?
More than anywhere in the world.
No way. Why is that, bro? Damn.
More than anywhere in the world. Why? So, let me break this down. One of the problems that black men are having is, one, we have a stigma that's been following us, part of what we created, part of what people who hate us has created. And they feel that we are part of a lower status class, even though we are like superior in our status currently wherever we are. And that carries with us. That does not affect Kenyan women. So they both find us physically attractive, and they like just the way we are as men. They're not, Kenyan women's brains are not like polluted with garbage. They just aware of it and they don't let it affect them. They like, you are what I want, therefore I'm gonna go after you. Whether it's just for sex or for a relationship or marriage or whatever. What is attractive in Kenya are us, black men, period. And that includes Kenyan because they're black men too. It's just our features are what's considered attractive to them. Now, we go to other places and there's women who find us attractive in a lot of other countries. We talk about it all the time. But there's a massive fear that their men just say, don't date black men because they feel that they can't physically compete. They feel like if enough black men date them, they'll be like, oh no, they're better. And now none of them will want them. They'll all want us. That's why they do that. Or the ones that just say, don't date them because then the white people won't like us because our women are dating black men. That doesn't work in Kenya. And white guys get there was a white guy who was talking to me. They looked at my building and he was like, it's real hard for us we have to throw money at them. Lots of it. That's what he said. He was like, when you see that, it's like they put a lot of money in these Kenyan girls' faces. Like, we're better off when we go to Mombasa. We do way better out there. Because that's what's up in Mombasa. Money, white. A lot of black men, they see us, and it's out here in Thailand too. It's like, you gotta like us. If we feel that you don't really like us and it's all about money, we'll just kick you to the curb. You got to enjoy having sex. We want a relationship. There's no transaction. We're not just going to throw money in your pocket. And it's a lot of other places. There's like, it's like, okay, we're not going to mess with you because we mess with them. They just give us money right off the bat. That's what's happening out here in Thailand. Thai women know that with us is like, we want you and we want you to want us. There's no transaction. It was like, hey, hi, how much? That's not us. That's them. And so when we go out here and we out these places, we're getting rejected, not because they're not physically attracted to us. A lot of 304s in Thailand are numb. They're not attracted to any man. They can't even get off anymore because they've been 304 someone. Something y'all don't know about. They can't even enjoy having sex with a man anymore because they've been. It's so much of it. It's like they're numb to it. They don't want any man. They just want money until they can't anymore. That is sad. But out here, it's like they like us. I mean, they're open and free. There is nothing that's been no obstacles put in their way. Mental, physical, spiritual, of any kind that would block them from just dating us and seeing us as attractive. There's no reason for them to be shy about it or to hide it, or for their men. It was like, you like them Black Americans. There's none of that. The Somalian families, there's some of that out in Kenya. But the Somalian women, they don't care either. They still don't care. They're like, their families won't appreciate you because you're Black American. It was like, they're like, we're in Kenya. Get out of here. Some of them are at their family. When you talk about marriage, then there's stipulations. You just have a conversation with her, whatever. However, each family's different complications. You're going to take care of my daughter? Okay. But other than that, there's nothing that in order when there's a group of women that's saying we don't date Black men, there's something added in there. There's a reason why they're doing that, and it was put in their head. There's something going on in there that's not right. They're not doing it because, Black men are just ugly. If the other guy gets the girl over you in some other country over here, like Australia or Germany, it's not because you're unattractive or he's just better. It's that they're freaking brainwashed. And you look at him, it's like Bottom Show Brad, when they choose these guys, they're brainwashed. That's not normal. It's not because he's better. Why is he better? Is he better in his body's better? His skin is better? His jawline is better? No. Then ours? Are you crazy? No. They're brainwashed. They just been bombarded into their brain and saying Black man is bad and less. If you date them, you're going to be seen as less. Yeah, you would. Among racist people. The only people who are making this judgment or creating that atmosphere are racist people. You're not going to have that in Kenya. It's not there. Like, who's going to do it? The Somalis? Hey, Kenyan women, don't date them because they're Black. What? We're Black. Remember, aren't you the guy who did that thing in the mall? It's not going to roll over well.
So you're saying, James, that Black men, doesn't matter if they're Western or non-Western, right? They are the beauty standard in Kenya. Same way how in Europe or in Germany or whatever, Holland, Belgium, it's a white man that's the beauty standard. Whereas
and
China too. Sorry, what? Sorry?
Danny Flight. This, you know what I'm talking about. You did that video.
Danny.
Yeah, you know.
I know Danny. Yeah, I definitely China, bro. But in Kenya, Black men.
I got love for him.
Shout out to him. But in Kenya, right, Black men come first in the dating poll, dating statistics, and of course, the beauty standard. That's awesome, bro. That's fantastic. It's great. Awesome. So, brother, you've mentioned Mombasa is a whole different spectrum, though. You're saying that in Mombasa, white men do better than Black men in Mombasa. Why is that, bro?
Not 100%, but among the 304s, among the 304s, it's just like in Thailand. Among the 304s in Thailand, they definitely choose older white men over Black men.
Because with us, it's you like me, I like you. Let's start dating. And they're looking for this is work. When they're at 8:08 and they're standing by them tables, they're on a clock. They're on a clock. That's work. They go home with you. That's work. They laugh at you. They hug you. They dance with you. They fill you. They fill you up. They say you look good. That's work. That is business. Looks like a waitress. That's work. It is 100% fake. Just like Mumbosa. It's not real. And they know that when they cross you, it's like you're just looking at them as like, are you okay? Yeah. And then they go with you like, wait a minute. You're a 304? You want me to pay you? Oh, hell no. Get out of here. And after a while, and now Thai women are like, leave them alone. Don't date them. No. You can't make money from them. That happened to me. The girl told me, she said that. She's like, and the girl liked me, she was bad. One more time. There's some bad ones out here, man. But you gotta get away from the bad areas. Just like stay away from Mombosa. You don't have to just leave Mombosa alone. Just go to the beach, dig your feet in the sand, have some pina coladas, enjoy your video, high five with your fellas. Yo, 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 get your drinks, get the music, and then go right back to Nairobi.
Okay. So, brother, what type of man do they like personality-wise in Kenya? Is it the outgoing? What kind of man do they like when it comes to personality? Right. So, is it more like outgoing type of brother, or introvert type of brother, or let's say a GQ looking type brother? Sorry, but no, I mean like in terms of personality, brother. Right? Is it extrovert, introvert? From what you saw, brother?
Introvert or extrovert, it depends on a girl if she's extrovert or introverted, because you get both. But what they like among it, the bottom line is they like the GQ type. Clean cut, professional, well-spoken, and smart. Good Kenyan women want that. Black man, clean cut, well-educated, well-spoken, got going for yourself, and you like and appreciate the Kenyan woman. Soft, polite, and sweet, and respectful, and taking care of you. Appreciate all that. Indulge in that. Okay. Create a life around that so she can remain that way. She doesn't have to step outside that. If she can remain a soft, sweet, good Kenyan woman, and you taking care of it, you got it, you doing it. She's straight. She's like, I'm good. You and me, we're good.
When you say GQ, brother, right, personality type, right, that comes with a look as well. So do we go out there in Kenya wearing the suits, or like, a polo shirt, jeans, that kind of frat boy look, if you know what I'm talking about, brother?
But there's Kenyans who dress, hip hop GQ. You got a hip hop GQ too. Name brand stuff. They do that too. There's women who like that. And that's more of a fast lifestyle. Date here, date there. And that's all good. Everywhere has that. United States is nothing but that, if you ask me. Gold Coast in Australia, nothing but that. Berlin's a twilight zone. A lot of places that are like that, and that's all good. That's just all. Hip hop is about that lifestyle anyway. So if you indulge in that, you might end up living like that. But there's a lot of people who tap into that. But still, she could live like that and dress like that and kind of like that. Maybe date a dude that's like that. But she will more so want to start a relationship and build a life with a guy who's well-spoken, intelligent, and respects the Kenyan woman.
Awesome,
not
bro.
The Kenyan woman.
Awesome. So, brother, right now, let's break down the categories of Kenyan women there, right? So I want to know, tell me, can we find that mixed race Kenyan woman, like half black, half white, half Asian, half black, or is it going to be majority full-blooded black woman, brown skin, dark skin?
Majority, yes.
Okay.
And you're going to find a lot of women whose features are like,
Lupita Nyong'o?
Lupita would be average out there.
Damn.
She'd be average out there. I'm sorry, she'd be average. You'll find all kinds of Kenyan women, left, right, up, down. They look better than her. But she's very attractive, though. Beta's a very attractive girl, but better skin, just flaw. You see a lot of that. Her skin look CJI gorgeous. Just regular, just serving your food. You look up at her and her skin is just perfect. No pores. No discoloration. Head to toe, every square inch of her body just like that.
Damn.
Look like
So-
she drink, just drink pure water 24/7.
Flipping heck. Wow. So, brother, tell me about, the personality of a Kenyan woman, right? Are they outgoing on average, or are they introverted on average, brother, from what you
Outgoing, they like to have
observed?
fun. Kenyan women love having fun, man. They make them laugh and smile. They love having fun. Love having fun. But the ones that are raised well, and there's a lot of them that were raised well. There's some bad ones. There's some one that are not raised well too. I mean, it's not all good. Don't think that. Never think that about any country that it's all good. That's just brainless. They're they like to have fun, but they're still conservative, and they carry themselves. And I remember I was talking to this one Kenyan woman out there, breathtakingly gorgeous woman. I stay connected with her. I'm not gonna shout her out on here. Yeah, I'm well kept. I don't talk. I'm not gonna do that. Put you on and nothing. Damn sure not gonna put you on and get good Kenyan women. I don't know you. Bugging. I'll cover that. I'll lie and protect the hell out of these women. You get the finger. But she's I would marry her. Anybody would. I was telling her about how women, I was showing her videos in the United States, and she's been to the US. She's been out. She's been Atlanta and Texas. She's been out there. And she said she had some good and bad experiences, but for the most part, it's good. She's like, everyone was treating her like super duper nice because she's super duper gorgeous. She's super tall. And she's telling her about gold diggers. I was showing her videos like, you got to make this much money to get me. But she was disgusted. She was like, why are they like this? And she goes, do they treat you that way? And I go, yeah, they treat you that way when you are very respectful to them, like you are to me. And I go, yeah. Actually, I told her, I was like, the more respectful I am to them, the more they try to take advantage of me because they see it as weak. In Kenya, you speak to women with respect, it's a sign of strength. They treat the women badly. That means you have no respect. That means you are a weak man. Why would you treat women this way? Why would you do that? The woman is weaker. The woman is softer. The woman is not hurt you. She's not a danger to you. Why would you mistreat her? That is a weak man. A man who's very respectful to women. The man who treats women well. The man who's soft and takes the woman and carry her out to the vehicle. Take care of the woman. Kiss our heads. Take care of the household. That is a strong man in Kenya.
Wow, incredible, bro. So, brother, right? What's the best way to meet? No. What's the best way to actually go about, getting Kenyan woman right? Is it cold approaching? Is that okay? Is that good to do in Kenya, brother? And brother, if so, how do you personally cold approach yourself in Kenya?
Oh, just be respectful and tell her exactly what you want to talk to her for. No BS. You don't have to do any of that. Kicking game. If you go to a decent Kenyan woman doing all that, she's gonna be like, you're gonna shy away. She's gonna think there's something wrong with you. Why are you acting like that? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying, shorty? You kind of fly and everything. You're gonna get laughed at. You're gonna get laughed at. He's going to laugh at you.
So you're saying, right, go up to her, just say, hey, I saw you over there. I like your dress. I think you look gorgeous today. What's your name? How's your day going? And then you speak to her, and then, can I get your number? I'd love to take you out sometime. Or can you show me around the city? Is that okay, bro?
That's good. There you go. That works with the small pocket. I'm sorry. That works with the decent women in Thailand too. Same thing. And they speak English. In Thai, they're going to have a hard time because they don't speak a lot of English. In Kenya, they do. Everybody's speaking. They speak English amongst each other when there's nobody around with them. I see people getting
Amazing.
no argument, speaking no Swahili at all. And I'm like, what? What? They grew up around English. It's colonization. And even though there's a lot of Swahili spoken among them, you know, they when they're communicating and having fun with each other, they'll speak a lot of Swahili. And when the girls are like out and having fun, they'll turn to each other. When they're smiling and having fun, they'll speak Swahili.
Wow. So, brother, what about dating apps? Did you use it out there? If so, what apps did you use to meet
Man,
women?
leave that alone. Stop. Just no. Just put them down. Stop. Just get out. Just get out. Just get out. Go to Oyster Bay.
Okay.
Go to Black Rock or something like that. Or
Library? Can you okay.
don't go to the
How-
college campuses looking for a girl. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, why not? I mean, college campus, brother. 21.
If you don't go to school there and you're sitting and walking around campus hollering at girls, you're gonna look creepy.
Yeah. Facts. Okay. So, James. Okay. So, no dating apps. So, brother, what spots were good for you when you were out there meeting women? Was it like a library? Was there a particular like events, brother, to meet women? What spots made you get a lot of play?
Events and day bars where you can eat and have good drinks and sit down and relax, stuff like that. And there's a lot of stuff like that. I told you Mwembe and Oyster Bay were two of my favorite places because the food is very, very good. But there's all kinds of places, Nairobi Street Kitchen, all kinds of places.
Awesome, bro. So, James, obviously, brother, tell me if you need to go or if you're busy. I'm working
good.
on your time, okay? James, finding wifey, right? Let's say 2 questions in one. Are Kenyan women wifey, brother? And
Yes.
can you find your wife in Kenya?
Absolutely, 100%.
Why the wifey? In what way?
Because a lot of them are kind of open to it and they want to play that role. And they see the benefit of having a good husband, a good man as a husband. They see, but there's a lot of them that will rip your life apart if you marry the wrong one. But that's true on every square inch of the planet. So in other words, it's just not all good, but there's a lot of good women out there that you can marry that make your wife.
So, brother, how do you vet Kenyan women to make sure she's not the wrong woman?
You could just be straight up and ask her questions. Ask her about her body count. Don't be shy about it. You just ask. Tell her like this: before we get intimate, I want us to go to the clinic and get both tested so we can make sure we're both clean. Do it, and start having real intimacy with her. Just do it. But you still gotta vet them out. Ask her, fill her out. Does she go to the club a lot? Does she drink a lot? Does she smoke a lot? Does she do these things? They do that. You hanging out with her. How's her hygiene habits? Just be 100. Ask. You want to know how, if she is this or not, ask her. Because she's going to ask you. If she's wifey material, she's going to ask you a lot of questions too. It's going to go back and forth. She's not going to be sitting there like a soft, feminine girl and then waiting for you to ask her things. She's going to ask you too. She's going to be up and alert and looking right in your eyes and asking you the same similar caliber of questions. Get ready. And then her parents are going to do the same thing. They're going to bombard you with questions. It's going to be an onslaught. And if she has brothers and sisters, they're all going to ask you. They're all going to bombard you. So get ready. And you might be asked for a diary or something, however you say it. Let me screw wrong. In other words, a payment to marry their daughter. Some do it, some don't. I'm not 100% on that, but there's a good chance that you might be asked to pay that.
Wow. So, brother, right? The woman you spoke to and what you observed and what you saw out there in Kenya, does the average woman in Kenya have a low body count? Or is there a high body count issue there in Kenya? But keep it with me, bro.
No, I don't really see a high body count problem in Kenya. I don't think they sleep around a lot. Some do. There's ones that do, and they're the ones that frequent the clubs a lot.
Mm.
You know, and they're all about their lifestyle. And it's like, you shouldn't be surprised about it. They'll look at you funny about it. It's like, that's the meaning. You know, we're all in this, having fun. I don't want a relationship. You ain't crossing like you want one either. So why are you acting surprised that I slept with 10, 15 men in the past 6 or 7 months? But I do not see them going home with a lot of men. Even if it was easy to get them in a club. It's that just means she just wanted you, because like I said, if they want you, it's like in a lot of places in Europe. She's not really a 304, but you got lucky that night and she went home and slept with you. That's just what she wanted that day. But some dudes be stupid, like, oh, she a 304, I got her. You idiot. You know that. You know people be doing that. They went out some country and got lucky with 2 or 3 girls. They were like, oh, these girls are easy. It was like, you want to choke them and kill them because now you know they ruined it for us in that country. It happens that easy for us. And what else? I just realized I got 11%. Let me plug my phone in.
That's cool, bro.
All right, cool. All right. I'll hold it like this now. All right, here we go.
So let me ask James, right? So, okay, spotting 304s, right? So you mentioned they go to the club a lot. What about how they dress as well? Because I'm guessing, like in Kenya, even though it's a hot country, there's a way that they dress on average. Like it's a hot country, but they're not showing too much skin. They're wearing long skirts. I'm assuming, brother. Now, if that's the case, right, would you say that women who wear mini skirts, show their stomach, have belly piercings, have nose rings, that's a 304? Is that a fair assessment about how they dress?
100% if they're dressed like that, it doesn't 100% mean they're 304. But to be safe, consider that she might be one, you know. But that's not really true because they dress very sexy. Kenyan women, they normally dress very sexy, but it's not like dress with showing everything like that. It's because they're gonna dress like that is because their curves. They just wear it, whatever they wear, their curves are gonna pop out.
In the daytime, bro, as well?
Nah, you don't really see girls dressing like that in the daytime.
Okay.
Nah, you don't see that. They don't be dressing raunchy all over Kenya like that. I don't see that all over Nairobi. I didn't see that. But, you know, you see them in the mall, and a lot of times they don't really have to because they so, you know, the ones who look good, you know, they just don't even have to just put on jeans and a t-shirt and they'll look straight. You don't want them.
Awesome.
They don't really. They save those kind of outfits for going out with their friends at night. So in the clubs they'll dress like that, but you don't really see where like everything hanging out. It's just that because they wear a decent dress, you're gonna think they dressing all fitted because of their curves, man. But that's how you got to judge it. I mean, if you're going out at night, you know, a lot of girls who frequent the nightclubs like that, you know, they're living that lifestyle. They just want to meet someone sexy to take home because they just want you. But if you want a decent girl, you do it. You look for women in the daytime, day game, cold approach. That's how you do it. But that same girl who dressed there could be dressing decent, and you met her in the mall, and she could still might be a 304. But that's just the luck of the draw right there. So if you want to watch out for the 304s, watch out for girls who act and dress like that. And she's gonna act. A lot of times they have American. They have a lot of American. They have American body language. They have American communication traits. They say bro and things like that. They're not soft spoken. They're asking questions that will give them an indication of how much money you make. They're looking at your watch and your shoes, seeing wondering if it's real or knockoff. Things like that. The good girls won't even care about none of that crap. They're not going to. They're just looking you right in the eyes and hearing what's coming out of your mouth. That's what they're worried about. They're wondering what you're about. They'll ask you questions to see if you're going to be in Kenya for a while. How long are you going to be here? Do you have family out here in Kenya? Do you have a lot of family at home? Do you need to go back often? Do you have a family of your own? Which means, do you have kids? They ask that. Do you have a family of your own? That means, do you have kids? Or do you have a wife in there that you kind of getting out of, things like that, and they'll start getting softer. Like, do you like Kenyan food? I cook. When I cook Kenyan food. Do you like Kenyan food? Okay, yeah, is I cook Kenyan food. That's when you're getting well. That's when you're getting into a good conversation. And I was like, why did you come to Kenya? Oh, okay, you're saying like I want to get around. Maybe you can show me places. Like I don't get out much, And she's just laughing with you, and the energy is you're gonna feel relaxed, like stress free. You're not gonna feel like you got a kick game. The ones that are 304s and the ones who live that lifestyle, you're gonna feel like you got a kick game. They're gonna be like, oh, I gotta step it up. With the good ones, the ones that are making good for you, they're seeing the quality of you. The game is not gonna work. All you're gonna do is make her feel uncomfortable, or she's gonna feel uncomfortable. She's gonna wonder why you're talking to her like that.
Damn. So, but the women that you dealt with in Kenya, right? Were they all religious? Did they all believe in God?
Two did.
Hmm.
Two did.
How were they? Mannerisms, like were they like
very,
conservative?
very nice to have a conversation with. They like
Hmm.
talking about religion and science. I have a science approach, and I had a really nice conversation with a woman who was very gorgeous. She cooked for me. We cooked together. We cooked some lamb and mashed potatoes with some stir fried steamed vegetables. She did this thing where she steamed it in a microwave and she took it back out and stir fried it with a lot of seasoning. So good. And we got in a good conversation. She's talking about religion and how it meets science. And I talk about astronomy and everything. I'm enjoying a conversation with this girl on a deep, deep level. The girl just said she's very religious, and she wasn't talking about her religion and indulging and basking in her religion as if you're an outsider or you better watch out or you better be careful if just be careful with this because if you do, I'm not going to like you or you're going to push you away. There was none of that. She was just give you an idea of who she is as a person.
Amazing, James. Great intel so far. Okay, so this is very good. James, do you see yourself marrying a Kenyan woman, brother, if you were to settle down?
Why not?
Okay.
There's a lot of people who came from a lot of these Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, South Africa, and many places in Europe, Spain, Italy, and they said that Kenya's better.
Damn.
A few. It's a lot of brothers out there that ain't leaving Kenya. They ain't leaving. They're not leaving, and they have no reason to, according to what they want. You know what I'm saying?
So, brother, if a brother wants a woman that to stay at home, cook, be the homemaker, he can definitely get that in Kenya.
Yeah, but just don't be surprised if everything is good except she can't cook.
Oh, they can't cook, bro? What?
Yeah, some of them can't cook, man. Some of them can't cook.
Okay. So they're ordering food.
Cook so much and do all the cooking. That's what they say. You just don't have to cook. And they just spoiled. They got alpha mothers in Kenya that just take care of everything. And the father works, pays the bills, discipline the kids, and that's Kenya. Go to church, The women, the girls don't cook. A lot of times, the sons cook better than the daughters.
Wow, awesome. Bruv. So okay, but James, I'm gonna open up the phone lines, bro. Again,
Yeah,
James, you let me know if you need to go. Blah blah blah.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, open them up. Open them up.
I've got some energy, so it's gone. So if you want to call in, if you have any questions for James, we'll wait for a caller. I have a few more questions. We'll wait for James to pop back. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Oh man, what a long week. Again, get me to over 100. Remember, keep on following me on Twitch and Kick. You will get that those streams. Germany, Spain, and of course Japan. All right, don't stop following me. Keep on following me on Twitch and on Kick. Okay, keep on following me on Twitch and Kick, and you get those streams.
They're not calling in. No controversy.
James, were you in Australia recently?
Yeah, I was.
Oh wow, when was this? What month?
Right before coming here.
Oh, is it? Okay, damn. I don't want to derail the stream, but I'm guessing it was a trip, huh? Crazy trip.
Yeah, it was a trip. Australians have changed, man. They're different. Gold Coast is dramatically different than Brisbane, like on an astronomical level. I say don't even go to Brisbane. I don't even think they really care for black men out in Brisbane. You see a lot of broken, poor black men around there. And they did this thing out there where they brought a whole bunch of Africans out there for a bunch of jobs, cheap labor. And then when the labor was over, they just let them go and then let them stay there. Now they won't hire them anywhere. So a lot of poor Africans out there, and they hit two birds with one stone. And a lot of Australians are telling me about this. They wanted to make the black man look bad out there. And what best way to make black men look bad by letting them, creating an atmosphere where they can't get a job and they can be poor and bums and sitting on the street, which is what I saw. Dirty and smelly and, busted looking.
Wow. Was that also in Gold Coast as well, brother?
No. You see it there,
Okay.
but you got a lot of brothers out there that are just hollering at them.
So you're telling me that this current state in Australia, black men ain't getting paid. You got no pay at all?
Nah, not at all. Brisbane is really hard. It's really hard in Brisbane. It's like Frankfurt. But some of them like you, but for the most part, it's not like it used to be. You have to go to other parts. You have to go to Melbourne or Perth. Some parts of Sydney too, but not really. But it's not like it used to be because they realized how much their women were liking us because everyone knows at one point they wanted us.
Mm-hmm.
They use that, and they use a lot, creating crime amongst the Africans out there by making sure that they can't make money anywhere, that they could commit crime, and they started to put a bad taste in their mouths and bombarding them with all kinds of crazy stuff on TV, etc., to make us look bad out there, and it worked. But it's not going to work for so long.
Man,
They're not. You don't walk around. You're not going to be walking around Australian women and be like, who's that? Unless you are famous and gorgeous and an NBA player. An NBA player go out there. There is no competition. Australian guys just going to have to sit down and shut up and watch.
Damn. James, do we got to do a stream in Australia? It's up to you in the future. If you want to do it, you let me know.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Damn, flipping heck. Okay, I've got two callers, bro. Yusuf Rahman, turn your camera on in the background. James, camera on in the background to see if you're not a troll. Yusuf and James, you can turn it off after. James, you confirm. James, just your camera off.
Yeah.
Yusuf,
No.
turn your camera. Yusuf.
I want people to turn their cameras on though. Turn them
Okay.
It should be a problem.
James.
Mine's on.
No, I think no, leave because I've just some callers I want to turn it on. So let me bring in James in the background. All right, let me bring in James. What's up, James? How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. How you keeping?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. What's up, James? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm doing good. I saw your interview on Austin's channel, and I thought you had some really good insights on things that people should actually consider before they actually start moving to Kenya or traveling in general. So I appreciate that information.
Any questions, bro? But keep it PG. The questions, James.
Okay, so I got some questions. So what are some, like, you know how when you go to different countries, what are some traditions or customs that people need to be aware of that people consider respectful or disrespectful?
So you mean like culture shock?
Like, you know, like let's say some things we do here in America, we do over there that could be considered or taken as disrespect.
Yeah, that's reverse culture shock. Loudness, that thug behavior. Yeah, what up? N-word, what up? You know, aggressiveness, just like getting mad, going 0 to 100 real quick, which is for women. Grown men, that's not alpha. If you go 0 to 100 real quick, you less than beta, you Charlie. You ain't supposed to lose your temper that easy. Don't you know haters, one of their main tactics is to throw you off the game, is to get you mad. Anyway, but that they don't like. Throwing money around and flashing, even though a lot of Kenyans do that, but not that much. Nigerians do it in Kenya. That's why I don't like them. They tell you that too. The Nigerians, they come over there, they think they're better than us. They have all this money, you know. They listen to a lot of Nigerian music, though. I know that. A lot of Nigerian music. So, and there are artists, Nigerian artists out there. They're very famous in Kenya. So, but I do know one thing about the Nigerian men. However they want to, whatever negative they want to say about the Kenyans, they know that they absolutely love Kenyan women. So, is that. But they don't like the loudness. They don't like extra flashiness, even though it's okay for you to definitely dress up and wear your Gucci look. It's all good. No one's gonna wild out on you. But if you like really come off like you're gonna throw it in their face because we have more, of course you're not gonna like that. Disrespect their religion, and it's kind of, I don't know how you would do that unless you deliberately go out of your way to talk about their religion, which is mostly Christianity. Being inappropriate in a way with women who are wearing their hijabs, even though you could walk over to them and talk to them. And if they like you, they will exchange information for you. But it'll be a lot more subtle. They would like you to be a lot more subtle than if they were not in their hijab. But you don't really have to worry about too much of that. It's really not a lot. There's not a lot that's going to clash with them there as far as Americans, except a lot of the aggressive and violent and strong communication methods that we use to communicate with each other. Those are the things that they won't like because they just don't know how to deal with that. That's not something that they deal with out there. They won't really engage too much in that. They'll kind of want to get away from you. But again, why are you acting like that anyway? Cursing a lot, they don't like that. Not at all. That's not
awesome.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Another question too. I'm trying to get it into my head, right? I want to know how widespread are affluent areas in Nairobi. Like, for instance, here, like where I live in America, like I could go tens of miles and it'll still be a good area. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know how big is that space in Nairobi? Is it like everywhere, or is it just like certain parts?
When you say affluent areas, you mean like infrastructure, right? Nice looking malls, streets.
Yeah, malls, hospitals, libraries, even like
It's spread out.
entertainment areas.
It's pretty spread out. There's a lot more of it than what people think because everyone is comfortable just being in Nairobi in that little Kilimati and like 5-10 miles out away from that area. They just stay there and you really don't need to go anywhere else. But you can go out to a lot of the forest area and just kind of there's this beautiful land all over the place. And you'd be surprised, you won't even know it, but there's like hidden restaurants like in those areas that you could just drive your car up and you walk down this dirt road and there's this really super high-end restaurant right there that serves the best food you ever had in your life. And you'll be eating around there and you see like animals and stuff like all over there. They got that out there. So you have to, that's why I say when you go out there, really get to know the locals. They know a lot of really hidden places. So it's because they have that African like expectation of how they design a lot of their secluded, really nice spaces and stuff like that. So you think in American and westernized infrastructure, they're getting into that. They're getting more into that because that's foreign money for them, but they don't look for that. So if you really want to indulge into like Kenya, there's hidden places all over the place. There's hidden, like if you want to really get the real nice clothes, get a seamstress and they'll make whatever you want. You want furniture, they'll make it for you. That's how they live. That's how the wealthy to just say, everything there was made in Kenya. The furniture, the house, the pool, it's all Kenyan made by Kenyan hands. That's Kenyan rich, the rich Kenyan who care about Kenya. But as far as that, they got a lot of malls in a lot of places, but Nairobi is where you're going to find most of it. It's Nairobi.
Great.
Okay, nice.
Any more questions, James?
Yeah. Do you know of any? Are there any? Like, do Kenyans celebrate?
Sorry, brother. Hold that thought. Sorry, hold that thought. Shout out to Mr. JX for the support. How accepted is polygamy in Kenya from what James has seen? That question to you, James.
You're comfortable with it. But just don't be expecting every one girl you meet will be open to that. You meet a very nice Kenyan girl that'll make the best wife you ever had, and you start talking to her as if you want to do polygamy, she'll dump you in a heartbeat and never talk to you again. Block you from every social media app you got and consider you a absolute loser. So be careful. And there's some that are just like that, and I wonder why you don't have another one. Why aren't you seeking another one? And it come to you. I have someone that can help us, that can be part of us and help here and here and there, and we can create a bigger family, And she's talking to you because she wants to create, she wants more because it's going to be easier on her. And all she has to do is be okay with being with both of them. And she's okay with that. They don't matter. There's a lot of women in the U.S. that secretly want a polygamous lifestyle. And that's all the women who are comfortable and happy and seeking out being the jump off. They want that polygamous lifestyle. Their brains are so wired to all kinds of crazy stuff. They don't know how to just get it going. But believe me, there are men that are happily with 3 or 4 women in the United States and got them all knocked up. Y'all just don't know about it.
Interesting. So, brother, obviously, and the Western concept would not apply where women say, okay, you got multiple girlfriends, she wants to get another dude in the relationship. No, that's not happening in Kenya. No. Right?
No, they don't. They got to see. Think about it is if you got multiple girlfriends, you got girl over here, they're not part of each other's circle. So she still might not. If she realized that she can't get help from that girl, they're not part of each other. They're not helping form this one, family foundation. They're still not going to be happy with that. you know, if it's going to be polygamous, she want to be friends with that girl. They want to be able to help each other, help you build this family in this house. But you need to be making good money. They seek these things out with men who are well established, men who make good money. There's a lot of Kenyan men with several beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous wives that all help each other. They're all one family. They are all of our kids, all of us. We all bring in money, and a couple of them might be doctors. A couple of them might be lawyers. A couple of them might own a couple of restaurants, but they're all married to that one Kenyan man.
Awesome. Perfect. Shout out to Mr. YWG for the support. Very informative. Thank you both for the support. Much appreciated. Fire away, James. I got another caller before I bring in Yusuf. Go on, James. If you have any more questions.
Got to be, in order to have that, what I just talked about,
Okay.
you got to be pretty amazing, by the way. You can't just be no regular American dude, but stop.
You got to have money, right, James, right? You got to have a lot of money.
But you can't, come on. These are the kind, you're talking about having 5 or 6 Kenyan women that can get any man they want in the U.S. They're that good. So if you want that, you ain't gonna be no regular stop. And you better be alpha male too, in your status, in your stature, in your spirit, in the way you take care of problems, in the way you maintain your posture, maintain your manly leadership, the way you take on challenges, solve problems, handle stress. That's what they want. And yes, you will be able to acquire another beautiful woman as part of your circles. Now,
so hold on there. So go on, James.
Just not no weak man. Well, go ahead. You got a couple super chats. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
It says here, right? Are there women from certain tribes known to be very supportive of polygamy than others?
Yes, but I don't know which ones. Some more than others. Yes.
Awesome. Go on, James. Say your question, bro.
Okay. All right. In the video that you did with Austin, you spoke about things that make you comfortable personally when you travel. I want to know what things that would be a great inconvenience to people who are going to travel or who are going to visit Kenya. Like, what are those things that would make my stay or trip more comfortable versus not comfortable?
Not being around that modernized infrastructure that you have in the United States, because there's gonna be a lack of that. Your favorite dermatologist might live in a shack, you know, or your favorite restaurant, may not be in a location that's favorable to you. The roads are bad. You can't just go to the government for all kinds of stuff. Someone did something to you. You get hit by a car, you probably can't sue if they get away. The cops probably not going to try. Cops are not that solid. They can't handle extreme things that we deal in the U.S. Kenya is not built for the stuff that we handle in the U.S. They can handle that. And if you have those problems, you might not be able to get them solved. Someone does something horrendous to you and you sue them with a good lawyer and you might only get like chump change for it. Yeah, compared to the issue where you deal with, it does not amount to it. It's just because that's only what they're worth. You can only sue them for but so much. The government isn't going to front you on top of it. There's not a lot of help for businesses when they make mistakes or someone comes after you. There's not a lot of support. But the norms of just traveling for 3 or 4 months, those are a higher level thing for people who want to live in Kenya. There's a lot of people who, there's a lot of begging. It might make you feel uncomfortable with that. People just begging and stuff like that, running up on you. There's not a lot of walkable areas. the heat, and one other thing that I keep forgetting to talk about. Definitely have to talk about it here. I did kind of talk about it in my one-man video. The heat and humidity will get you. A lot of times the fan may not be enough. And because if they don't have, some of them do have AC, if all they have is a fan and a heater, it may get you on that. If it's just a fan, it may not be enough. It's not enough. You may have to open the window. And if you do, the mosquitoes will eat you alive. They'll be buzzing on your ear. That's a lot of people can't deal with that. Those mosquitoes will pester you like there's no tomorrow if you open that window to try to keep cool.
Wow, thank you. Let me
Yeah,
bring
thanks.
Yusuf in the background. Let's go. What's going on, Yusuf? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Fantastic, brother. You good?
Good, good, good. Yeah, I was listening to the brother here. As a person who's traveled around the world myself, actually, I was backpacking around the world in my 20s. I'm in my late 50s now. So this is before all the passport bro stuff, the internet. I got to travel before the internet, and mostly in Asia. A lot of South America, Asian countries, and stuff like that. But to his point about Kenya, I have a question about Kenya because I just started traveling Africa. I haven't been to Kenya during the COVID. I started traveling Africa during the COVID, and I noticed Kenya had some political instability there with the riots, so-called riots, and the huge unemployment among the young population there. And what is the economic um, feel in that country? Because it seems like the people who are having a good time are the people who have some means, and it seems like there's a huge gap between the everyday people who's working and the people who have some means, to enjoy life and so forth and so on. And so, what is the pulp, the percolation, the intense feeling among the population there in regards to the resentment of other people having these things and they can't afford it? I mean, is the tension there going to boil over? Are we going to see another implosion of society in Kenya? What's the economic future there?
Society is already imploded. Society is already imploded as far as the balance of people of the rich and the poor. Okay, but what's happening is their economy is trying to move without them, like ours. Our economy and our government and Germany's government and a lot of governments throughout the world are trying to move without the people. The government is trying to become powerful and rich without the need of helping the people. And that's what's going on in Kenya. And they are afraid of their government. They're very afraid of them. They say, like, you say the wrong thing about the government, they'll leave you in a ditch. They'll leave me in a ditch. And they probably would. Don't go to Kenya and speak negative about the government and the wrong person hear about it. It will get you. It will get you.
So what is the do you see another uprising like we saw in the I think the midsummer here in 2024? What do you see? What do you anticipate, say, in another year with the Kenya economy and stuff like that? Do you think it's going to boil over again?
They had a big thing when I was there, when everybody stopped and the taxi prices went up and everything started shutting down. Couldn't go anywhere. It was happening when I was there. They say stay indoors. You saw it on the news, sitting there watching YouTube, like right out there. They were walking down the street, demanding more money, demanding opportunities, demanding more loans, demanding the price of homes to go down. They're raising the prices of homes before us, people traveling. That's happening all over the world. Look what they did in Italy and Spain. Throwing freaking coffee at people hanging out there because it's them. They say it's their fault that the prices are going up. When it's not. It's their government letting people raise the price so that they can make more money when we go there because we have the money to give to them. It's them. It's their own government and their own people. If they had a problem with it, go to the people who own those homes and own those homes that are raising the prices so that they can make more money from us. That's who you should throw the coffee at. But let me get off my high horse. But that's what's going on in Kenya.
Yeah, one more question about the STDs, HIV, AIDS. Any of that thing, is any of that stuff very high in Kenya?
I don't think it's not very high in Kenya because those women that make they'll you get intimate and they'll be like, do you have condom? You have no, to be like, but out in Thailand, okay. Walking through the mall, I've seen this. Just walking through the mall, saw a girl blistered, big bumps all over her mouth, clad all over the place. Just walking through the mall. It is what it is. Twice I saw that in Thailand. You better strap up out of here. You strap up anywhere because they do not care. They don't care at all. They don't care if they got something. You want it? It's okay. You don't have to use it. It's okay. You pay me. Okay, bye. Met this dude on the elevator. It was like, yeah, man, I was with this girl the other night, man. I had this big rash. Everything was hurting. Thought I was dead. Turns out it was an STI, and it got cured. He said he was ready to take his own life, but he thought it was over with. Shook me. Now in Thailand.
Well, thank you for all your insights, man, and keep doing what you're doing. It's very interesting to see you young guys out here now. I'm looking at all of this now, and I'm just like, wow, the internet exposed. Because when I was traveling, man, you had no internet, and the world was. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm like 50, 58, my birthday. Yeah.
You're 10 years older than me.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I was just doing this traveling thing, and I was sneaking and going to places, and I mean, I didn't feel.
Bro. Have you been Paraguay? Have you been Paraguay before?
No, I haven't been to Paraguay. I've been to Bolivia, Cuba, Belize.
What year did you start traveling?
I started traveling in the what was that, mid to late 80s.
Yusuf, send me a DM on IG, bro. Let's touch base, right? So if you're on IG, put my IG on the private chat. Come on, bro.
Can I make a request? And I think I made a request like this for another guy. I don't know if he's going to do it, but it'll be a good idea. And I'm asking as, a request for how you do your show. I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. Make sure you know that he would be a good person to talk to about how these countries have changed. And I know you can definitely admit that these countries have changed.
Oh, man. Big time.
Like night and day. Have you been to Australia in the early 80s?
No, I haven't been. The closest I got to Australia, I was in Malaysia and Brunei. Now,
What about
Brunei
Germany?
very.
What about Germany?
No, I haven't been to no European countries. Only been through Europe.
About Japan?
I had my. I was in South Korea. I did South Korea. I didn't do Japan. I did South Korea.
South Korea didn't change that much. South Korea still have they're still well kept.
Oh, bro, it's changing, bro. It's changing, bro. It's changed.
It's changing since I've been there because when I was there, I was living in I had a where I was living way out in Samsung because I was teaching English to some business people out there, and at that time I might have been one of the few blacks that was living in that area, and it's totally changed now. and yeah, I got out of South Korea. It was experience there, but pretty much all over the world. I've lived in Turkey. Most of these places I stayed for like a year, 2 years, living for a year. So I've seen a huge difference
Turkey
way
must have
before.
been nice back then. The women. The
Uh,
women probably, well, because I heard that Turkey was used to be. I mean, the first time I went to Turkey, it was 1996.
well, I was in Turkey late '80s. Then I went in the early 2000s. Then I went back in 2000. I've been to Turkey like 3 or 4. 2012. I was in Izmir. I had a friend who came over here and went to school and went back there, got married, invited me to the marriage. So I stayed in their house in Izmir. That was very interesting. I was staying right on the ocean front, the waterfront. But Turkey was very racist to me.
Still is.
I didn't get a good vibe there. I didn't get a good vibe from the people. They was very closed, very they weren't open to black people at all. They was more open to Europeans, you know. That's what I got in Turkey. The best country I ever went to though, who gave me the best hospitality, I never forget it, was Bolivia. At that time when I went to Bolivia, it was in the mid to late '90s. And the people showed me so much love. I asked the people why they treated me so nice. And the guy says, good luck to see a black person. It's good luck. I never forget that.
Wow. Yeah,
And
bro.
they treated me very well.
Bro, reach out to me on IG, bro. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
And we'll get you on the channel
All right.
in 2025. If that's okay with you.
It's
Okay.
gonna be a long
Okay.
one. I look forward to it, man. Definitely do it. And do a lot of
Okay,
compare and
thank you.
contrast. That's what I was asking. Hopefully, y'all to do. Just my request, since y'all come on, like right now, just having y'all. Just hopefully y'all to do that. Like back in the days, it was like this, but now that'll make a damn good show. So I was hoping y'all can get that established. I'll call.
Yeah, what
Listen.
I do is also send him my email too, and that way he can contact me that way. I type it in the live chat there when I get off. But thank you
No,
very
brother.
much, man. You have great insights,
No.
and
Do
y'all
it
just
in the
keep exploring, man. Thank you very much.
Yo, do it in the private chat. I don't think you want your email out like that in the public. Put in the private chat in our in the StreamYard here. Right? Don't put your email out there like that, bro.
Okay.
In the private chat.
Okay.
There's my message there. Just for you never know. So question to you, James. How do Kenyan women measure up to other African women in terms of how they treat and serve you? Please rank the women in order that you are pleased.
I have not been to many parts of Africa, so I can't really speak on that. I did go to Egypt. That's all I got, really. I did go to Morocco, but I was there for a day. All I remember is there's a lot of beautiful women, and the food was like so cool. I was eating all over the place. I do know that all I can say is they, for the most part, they do treat their husbands well, but there is adultery. There is women who cheat on their husbands, cheat on their boyfriends. It's there.
In Morocco?
They ain't perfect. I know that for sure.
In Morocco, James. What? Oh, bruv.
No, I was talking about that in Kenya. In Morocco, I was looking for a day. I don't know, but I do know that we're welcome there. Black men are welcome there. Black women are welcome there. Moroccan men like black women. Moroccan women do like black men. They like us when we're well established and clean cut. They like that ignorant little thuggy or that. Nobody likes them. Nobody likes y'all. Y'all stay in the U.S. Stay in the hood.
But James, you're telling me that Kenyan women are cheating on their dude. Is that quite common? They're cheating.
Yeah. There's women. There was this. There's a YouTube video about this gorgeous little Kenyan woman. She got a sign on her, it's saying, "I'm sorry, I cheated on my husband. I was a bad wife." And he made her do that to get him back. You know, I forgot what a YouTube video is, but there is that, and I think it's a TikTok now. And because you can't really do that, you can't really deliberately embarrass people using social media. The law will come after you in Kenya, so you can't really do that. That's why that woman felt bolden to get the police and lie to him so they can come after me. But she had 2 friends and a relative and 1 cop, which was a mistake. Because if they were all cops, I wouldn't be able to handle it like that. But they do, though there's some cheating, there's some of that, but it's not widespread. But if you indulge into the nightlife lifestyle and only date through those circles, you're going to get a lot more.
Wow.
Kids, you knock up a girl, she's going to be coming after you with the law. They got it there too. A little bit of feminist, strong vulgarness, but you can easily avoid all that garbage. Some people just stay in those circles and don't know how to get out of it because they're so American. And they see opportunities to get away from that stuff, but they never take it. Same out here.
So, how do you spot a feminist woman in Kenya? Is it what she says? There's got to be some sort of sign you look for. She's a feminist.
Very outspoken, have a lot to say about men and relationships. Their body language is slightly aggressive than normal, and it's really what they have to say. They're gonna quickly start communicating with you and letting you know that they're feminists. You're gonna know. They're gonna start asking questions. In other words, they're gonna make you feel uncomfortable. The normal traits of a Kenyan woman is gonna make you feel relaxed and manly. You're gonna feel like when you are a man, women feel like little girls. Just like when women are very feminine, very sweet, we feel like big, tough men. That's how the yin and yang works. That's how it works. And it doesn't work any other way. That's your indication. If she's making you feel uncomfortable with her normal body language and the way she communicates and flow, she ain't feminine. If she makes you feel a little weakened or not as manly, she's absolutely not feminine. That's a man. Ladies in the US, that's a man. You are a man. You are not feminine. That is the equivalent of a man being soft, sweet, and "oh, I'm sorry. No, please." When you're like, no, that's the negative yin and yang. And yet we got so much of that being turned into marriages in the United States. Y'all creating marriages out of that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So sorry there, James. So, brother, see, but the whole feminist vibe there isn't common there. It's not like the majority of women are like that. It's like a small.
I wouldn't be talking about this. I wouldn't be talking like this about no women who act like that. All the stuff all the things I said, ain't no way. Why would I do that? I would have left after being there for a month. I always carry out my whole month. Financially better. Sometimes I may carry out more. It's all the parts I look at my numbers and I just kind of live a little more frugal here and just live like a regular tourist, not trying to be a part of society. Whatever. But I wouldn't. I would do like I did when I was in Turkey. Just be like, I'm good, and just live. And then next thing I know, the following month, I'll leave.
So, brother, like age gap in Kenya, right? Can a dude who's 50 date 21-year-old 22, marry 21-year-old 22? That's okay, awesome, great. And that's quite common there, James, right? That's a common thing. Good. Lovely.
Germany, you'll be told you're too old very quick. They normally do not seek out men who are a lot older than them. Especially the really pretty, blonde hair, blue eyed ones that are really young and pretty. They'll hear your age and they'll be like, No way.
What's the max in Germany, you think, you can get away with from your experience? 10 years younger?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, wow.
The most at least 6 or 7. And yes, I know there's probably dudes. Oh man, I went out there. I'm just down the third, and I met this girl. You and her did that. That doesn't mean it's widespread, and it's not. As soon as you blurt that 48, that 20 on your looking like, pew.
But in Asia and Africa, it's acceptable easily.
Especially China. Look, got some nice women in China. I'm not. Seem like the women in China are softening up, especially the black men. And it's so I give Danny Flight his props. I'm starting to meet a lot of Chinese women who are pretty that are like they're rolling loud. I was meeting a lot of Chinese girls that were very pretty and had no problem being affectionate with me. And they were very young, very pretty, smiling, unlike a lot of, you don't hardly see that, especially in the UK and the US. Smiling, having fun, dancing with you, hugging on you, leaning on you, asking where you going, where you from. I was like that dude, that emoji, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, homeboy. But like I said, I did tell you a while ago, I did go out to I was in China. We already did a live a while ago. And I said, I wasn't getting rejected. That was my first experience of being in China like that. I've been in Japan, but China and Japan are not the same. What you experience in Japan, there's a good chance you will not experience in China. However, Beijing and Tokyo, there's some similarities there, but still, I don't care what you experienced in Japan. Cut it all off and then just be open and be expecting a completely different experience in China. I don't care if it's Tokyo and Beijing. I don't care. They're not the same.
That's a good point, James, because in my opinion, right, like I feel like you said that Chinese women are open up to black men.
I'm feeling it, man. I'm just saying, my experience is just, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Is that what you're seeing in Thailand or other countries too?
Thailand too. You'll meet a woman and you probably think she's Thai, turns out she's Chinese. And the Chinese women in Thailand, they just and when they're in that professional setting, they're off-putting. Very, very, very extremely off-putting. All the racism that I experienced, well, not all of it, but most of it was from Chinese.
Yep. Same here, bro. And I feel like the darker you are, right, it's hard to get a Chinese woman. Because James, you're light skin, brown skin ish. You're on the lighter side, right? So I feel like Chinese women like that kind of complexion, Chris Brown complexion, Michael B. Jordan complexion. But if you're like an Akon complexion, Kanye West complexion, you got no chance of Chinese chicks, brother. But let's keep it real, James.
Well, I do know that Chinese women in Germany are very attracted to black men.
Light-skinned black dudes, right? Not dark-skinned black dudes. Light-skinned, brown-skinned.
I don't know if it matters much from my experience. I do know that they do like it. Sometimes when you're fair-skinned, they like the way it looks, but not high yellow. Not high yellow. That's them. You look like them to them. They're not going to see that Africanness because that our brown skin, we look like we smell like cinnamon. I was told this. Do you know how attractive a woman has to be to your features to say that? God. You know what kind of hidden languages there is in that saying? You look like you smell like cinnamon. That's beyond choosing signals. All right. They're not going to see that when you're high yellow. You're just going to look like a Puerto Rican dude to them. Just keeping them at 100. And Hispanic men do well with Chinese women too.
Yeah, the brown skin, light skin. Yeah, of course, definitely.
But Chinese women, when they're very, very pretty, they get so many suitors that they get to a point, especially if she's 30 years old. I'm just gonna between the ages of 28 and 31, when she's very pretty. They just don't care about that stuff. They don't. They get to the point where it's like this whole race thing is just BS. When you cross a good child, she looks real good. She ain't got a bunch of kids, and you could tell she's got that mentality where this whole race thing is all BS. Snatch her up.
That's a problem there, James, because in my opinion, James, I feel like we want women in their prime. Like, James, I find like even in the West, right, James, right? Like a woman. So let's say for example, a white chick, right? So in her early 20s, mid 20s, she would never rock with a black dude, right? She's been with white guys, blah blah blah. But then she gets to late 20s, early 30s, no white dude is wife to rub. Then she opens up her horizons to a black guy or other races of men. And we can also apply that analogy to Chinese chicks. I don't see Chinese women in their prime, right? 21, 22, the good-looking ones with black men. It's only when they're 30s, late 20s, and no one's wifed them up, right? Then they open up to black men, bro. And that's a problem to me. But I want brothers.
Well, let me help you with that. You do go. I cross a lot of women women I know and grew up with that they're grown and they've been with this dude and that dude, and now they're single because the second dude was bad, but they just kept trying and they just gave up. But they're still kept women. They was just with that dude and that dude, never cheated on another one of them, and they still fly, and they're still good women, but they're like 35 and 36. That exists in the U.S. I know these women right now. I know them. A lot of these Chinese women, they don't get ran through. They're very conservative, and they date this man, or they date this man. And they just having trouble finding what they want. And your big black African self comes along, and they like, holy crap! And you're strong, you're very respectful, and you find them to be unbelievably gorgeous. There was a girl on a video, you had her on. Actually, I don't know if she wasn't on yours. She was 25, and she met this black dude at work in LA. And that was the only dude she's ever been with. He didn't know that. And he found out he married her butt in a heartbeat. She was beautiful, gorgeous Chinese woman. She was like, well, no. And it was like, is that the first black guy you've ever dated? She said, no, that's the first guy I ever dated. They get well kept out there in Japan and China. And you thinking she's grown and she's like 33 years old and she's been ran through. It's like, she's sitting there like, you bleeping. I'm not ran through. I'm just older. And she's wanting to punch you in the face because you're thinking that she's grown. Nobody wanted her. It's because she didn't want them. She just wasn't meeting what she wanted. I probably sound like a feminist right now, but I'm just keeping it real because I've met these women. I've met them. Is there a lot of them? Oh, hell no. But don't just be like, oh, she's 35. Because I like women 25 and older. I'd rather have her around 30. I like grown women. That's just me. I don't like young girls. I don't like their brains. Now, if I meet a girl who's 23 years old and she carries herself like a 30-year-old grown woman, what can I say? She ain't been ran through? What can I say? But there are plenty of women who are that age that ain't been ran through. I dated all kinds of grown women. All kinds of grown.
So go on over, James. James 2.0. Fire it, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the commentary. I would like to take it back to Kenya. Talk about like the most common scams we should look out for, or is the water safe to drink, or is the currency exchange, is it safe to exchange your U.S. dollars for Kenyan dollars? Because at some places you go to, you exchange your money, and then they won't give you a good return on it, on your investment. Could you talk about that, please?
Yeah, it all depends on where you go to get the exchange. Some more princes try to get you. There's a scam there. They'll just raise the price on you. They do that in Thailand too. They do that in Turkey. Turkey's a scam everywhere. It's Turkey. The whole country is a scam. The kind of scams you out here is don't trust anybody with your valuables. You might see an opportunity and take advantage of it. Taxis they scam a lot in taxis. They do scam a lot in apartment amenities. They try to lie and then trick you, lie about things. They may scam you when you're trying to do visa assistance, trying to advance your visa, and some like companies that try to tell you it's a lot more expensive than it really is. They could sell you a lemon, used vehicles. I heard about that. They'll sell you a car that has problems and they'll lie about it. Always look at the expiration date on the food you buy at the grocery stores. Be very careful with that. Sometimes the meat may be spoiled. Smell it before you throw it in a bag and buy it. The public transportation, there's a lot of scams there too. They'll be like, Kenyan, 20 shillings, 30 shillings, you 1,000 shillings. Because you're American.
James, sorry.
Yeah.
James, you mentioned how, so if you send your car to a repair shop in Kenya, right, for one issue, they might bring up other issues that are not existent, or they might make issues. So they might they might break your car even further, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah. They might do that too. They do that in the US. It's the same thing out in Kenya.
Damn.
Or sell you a lemon, a used car that has problems. But there's places that are trusted. Get a local Kenyan who's been out there, someone who's well established, and they'll give you the insight. They'll say, go here, don't go there, go here, go there. And if you're dating a nice, good Kenyan girl, she'll inform you. She'll be like, no, don't do it. It's so good. I know someone. They'll take care of you. Just hook up with some good people out there, that's all. Don't try to just stay secluded like the mothers do. Just live secluded. I don't want to be bothered. You dumbass.
Yeah.
Get involved. Be a part of society.
Facts.
And when you know a lot of people, and they know about you and they know you connected, because there's some people out there that are well connected, they ain't gonna mess with you. The police or ain't nobody gonna mess with you. You connected with too many Kenyans. And it's easy to get connected with a lot of good Kenyans. Because there are good people out there, a lot of good people out there. They have no reason. They're like me. I have no reason to make trouble where there isn't. Trouble is uncomfortable. I don't want it, so why would I make it? That's how Kenyans are. It's stupid. So that's why Kenyans are the way they are, because to make trouble where there's not, it's stupid. The ones who take advantage of you, they just see an opportunity and they think they better take advantage of this opportunity because tomorrow isn't really as promised as they would like it to be. So they just do it.
Amazing. All right, James 2.0. No more questions, bro. I'm sorry, I'm out of batteries. It's 5 a.m. over here in the UK, bro. Thank you, James 2.0. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna kick you off there. So, James, want to say thank you very much for your time, James. I'm sure the brothers appreciate it. Do you have any closing statements, bro, before we end the stream?
Yeah, go out to Kenya and be respectful to their customs and their norms, and be very observant of your surroundings. Make as many friends as you can, and take care of people that take care of you, and you have a good time out there, man. A real good time. You might meet your wife. Women, you might meet your husband. There's life out there for women out there too. Black women, go out there too. You're gonna love it. The Kenyan women are gonna welcome you. Some women may want to punch you in the face for obvious reasons, but I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you, James. Much appreciated, bro. We'll definitely have you for Australia next year. I'll be in touch, bro. As for everyone else, thank you very much for the support. Much appreciated. As always, if you want me to do the Germany, Spain, and Japan live streams, yeah, gotta get me to over 100 followers on Twitch and on Kick, okay? And you will get those streams, okay? Same rules apply. IT consultations, reach out to me via the Calendly link pinned in the description box below. Aside from that, you can join the Patreon too to hear insights to how freaky some foreign chicks are in the bedroom, and of course, cop the merch too. More intel coming your way. I've got a very special stream next week for a new country. Okay, I've done it before, but this one is a very special country, special intel. Okay, it's gonna shock you. Okay, do not miss it. Okay, it's gonna be a golden stream. It's going to shock a lot of people. Okay, all right. So I look forward to seeing you brothers there. Thank you very much again, James, and brothers. Look after yourselves.